From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
Let's respect them all. Yeah.
Spoon 107.5 FM, TV Live, Fabric TV, Super TV, and the Fabric 101.1 FM. We welcome you to this special edition from the Capitol Hill. You know what has been unfolding in our country where it comes to the speakership. Of course, last week we were here, the whole team, and again we have gathered to bring holdings and around the capital and also from here in our studio. I have been joined by my colleagues, James Goodday Flomo, and of course Dennis Nipson. James, welcome. Trying to bring Dennis in.
I'm sorry, I was doing this. Let me be in the back.
Okay.
I will remain in the back, please.
All right, James. All right, so we welcome you. Let me welcome my colleague Dennis Nipson. For everything you need to know today, we have our reporters posted around Monrovia, at the Capitol building, outside the Capitol building, inside the Capitol building, and also on the field as they follow the speaker, and also at the Ministry of Justice, Temple of Justice, to bring you unfoldings of what is happening. And so we welcome you right now to this special edition. We know that the CEO and his crew are going to join in later, but that is why we are here. We as Liberians want to make sure Spoon Network brings you all the unfoldings that you need to know as it happens. And the majority block is there, the speaker's block is there, and Spoon Studio is there. We're going to be touching with Hachi Masale, Nelson Collet, James Gude Flomo is going to come on later. And of course, we also have the rest of the crew. They are all out there. And so, Yekesi Zogwe, Chokonji, Flama, we are all over to make sure you get every bit and piece of what is unfolding at the Capitol building, around the Capitol building, where it concerns this speakership. Last week, we heard some people said, I'm trying to bring Denise on. Some of our people said that we talked to some Liberians and they said, look, the speakership was hijacked. You understand? And, we might also open the line to make sure our people get all the information they need to get. We will know our people want to call and, make their own contributions. We might just open the line later, but we'll have to make sure you know what is going on right here on Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1, and also on Spoon TV Live, Fabric TV Live, Super TV Live. We are also on YouTube. So you can follow us via any means, any of our mediums, and make sure you get all of what is happening. Let's get to the majority block. We see them moving towards the capital, just passing the University of Liberia fence. I'm just commentating, Denise, for our people that are in Radio Land. So let's get to the majority block where Hachi Masale is. Spawn 107.5 FM. We are right here in Congo Town, Monrovia, dishing all Liberia's best. We are also live on Spawn TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV, and also live on Spawn TV via YouTube. So we welcome all of our viewers and our listeners. I am joined by my colleague Dennis Nipson. My name is Lorena Honoré, and we have all of our reporters out there on the field to make sure we bring you bits and pieces, all of what the happenings around the Capitol building, the Temple of Justice, as the Speaker of Funanti Bloc has, filed their own complaint of what happened. They consider it unlawful according to the Constitution. Everybody knows it is unlawful if you know our Constitution. And like I said, we talked to some Liberians. Liberians, when you open the lines for them, they tell you it's straight up the speakership or, hijacked. At the same time, some of them say, look, the same people that voted for you are the same people that say they don't want you. So we are going to make sure we understand what is happening today and make sure our people, our audience, get all the information they need to get to know what is happening. We have all of our reporters posted at various points to bring them through on the radio and, of course, via the television. And we see the speaker's block, we see movements, and that is Nelson Collet. We know Nelson and Sylvester Chirople. They are both the speaker's block. We are talking about Speaker Funanti Kofa. Somebody might be wondering, which speaker is she talking about? Is it Speaker Kofa or speaker that was inducted on Thursday, Speaker Richard Cohn? So Hachi, if you are there, it's over to you. Tell us what is happening. Hachi, if you are there, okay, now we have the majority block. We are trying to get you through, Hachi Masale, and we're also trying to get you through. Right, okay, there it is. We have Nelson Colette. Nelson, are you there? Nelson, can you hear us? Nelson, if you are hearing us, we are sending controls over to you.
Lorena, are you getting me?
I'm getting you clearly. Chokon Flama, welcome to the broadcast.
Welcome back. Thank you for rejoining us on Capitol Hill. The speaker arrived a moment ago, and now the majority bloc has arrived here on the grounds of the Capitol building, along with their speaker, Reggie Nangbe-Kun, and they are making their way to the joint chambers of the House of Representatives. You can see them making their way.
Late sessions are getting late. When are you supposed to start session, sir? Normally 10 o'clock. So there's a reason why you see me in a rush.
But when you were on the other side, you used to come a little bit late but this time you are coming in your numbers and even coming sooner.
Yeah, because we want to be in conformity of the rules or the time frame given us.
So the rules was not existing at the time you were under the speakership of Speaker Kofa?
Whenever you see somebody is not performing expectation,
you ask the retailer, say let's go auntie, will you go back in the meeting, bro?
No, why you say auntie? I think from my understanding is that there was some decision made changing some positions and what have you, so that I think we should stop.
Yeah.
And we went about by it until we reached the support.
That has to do with.
We are not saying we should not have session.
That has to do with receiving the committee center, the election of the
No, somebody filed in complaining that they are injured. And under the law, when you are injured, you got to really bring this to the police, bring it to the court. So should we be?
And when will you go to the court? Today you are invited.
We got our lawyers. Working with lawyers and lawyers. And the ambassador acknowledged that. So don't lie on the ambassador. That is false and misleading.
For peace and respect the law.
His representative Samuel Koga, Nimba County, giving his own side of what's happening here on Capitol Hill this morning. So, studio, if you are there, the majority bloc members are arriving here, and they are arriving gradually. We saw the chairman of the majority bloc and other lawmakers arrive here, including their speaker, Richie. Richie Nangbekun arrived here earlier on. He was driving an unmarked vehicle, no license plate on the vehicle and all of that, heavily guarded by security officers and all of that. So we're moving on the ground floor again to see who are some of those lawmakers who will be coming to join the side of the majority bloc on today.
All right. So, Trokon, are you there?
Studio, are you there?
Yes, we're here. Trokon, we want to know from you, is Speaker Kofa on the grounds of the Capitol? Trokon. All right, so yeah, all right. We wanted to. I wanted to know if Speaker, because he said that
Yes,
Speaker,
Lorena, Speaker.
Yeah.
J. Funati Kofa, along with the lawmakers who are supporting him, arrived here earlier on the scene, on the grounds of the Capitol building, in a convoy, heavily guarded.
How many lawmakers are there?
Along with supporters.
How many lawmakers are there, that are supporting the Speaker? Trokon? If you're just joining us, this is Spoon 107.5 FM. We are also live on Fabric Room 1, and we are on Spoon TV as well. So you can follow us via the TV, listen to the radio. If you have your little small button phone, we want to make sure you get all of the unfoldings and happenings. Dennis, I heard you people discuss this morning. I also saw it in the news that even the U.S. Embassy has stepped in asking for the rule of law.
So, folks, we are coming to you from the joint chambers of the legislature, where the majority bloc, for the first time, honor their local speaker, they elected last week. Honorable Richard Kuhn of Massachusetts County is already been seated, and he has requested for today's agenda So over there, he is going through the agenda of today's item, along with some of his colleagues. There you have Honorable Kone here at the joint chambers. But we try to get few words from any of the lawmakers here as they back on their days.
All right, Cholo Play. We are getting you clearly from inside the Capitol building where the majority bloc has gathered. Dennis, as you heard him say, the speaker that was inducted on Thursday is asking for the agenda of the day, meaning he's going to
So
be the one.
we try to have few words from Mr. Kane.
But Cholo Play, we just hearing him whispering. I mean. Sylvester Cholo Play?
So I don't think they are ready to talk.
Yeah.
They are just
So any words for them?
Good morning, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Co-Presiding Officer, and my distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the Honorable House of Representatives. I have the honor at this time to announce to you the 12th-day sitting of the third quarter of the Honorable House of Representatives, that of the first session of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. Now, therefore, this session is hereby called to order, and it is hereby so ordered.
Amen. The 12th-day sitting of the third quarter of the first section of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature, Republic of Liberia, Tuesday, 26th of November, 2024. Message to be preached today is taken from the text Job 1, 20 to 22. And the theme is, don't give up. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his hair and fell down upon the ground and said, naked I came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. The last verse 22. In all days Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. Amen. In every race and competition, the quitter never wins. And so, this political rivalry that is ongoing, you need political endurance. You need perseverance. Never to give up in your pursuit. Because what you are doing it in the interest of the Liberian people. You are doing it in the interest of the workforce. And also in your own interest. So I don't want you to be waver because of some circumstances that are emanating from every corners. Every corner saying this, saying that. Job received a lot of news, devilish news. You have lost your riches. You have lost your property. You have lost your children. Job did not give up. So I don't care what kind of a letter that will come from Supreme Court. I don't want you to give up. Because what you are doing, God's hands are in it. And so keep pushing for the betterment of this place and for the betterment of the Liberian people. And you shall succeed in the name of Jesus. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you again that we have come to do the Liberian people's business. I pray, Jesus, that you give the speaker wisdom to preside. I pray that you bless his honor graders, that they will work collectively and collaboratively for the betterment of this session today and the Liberian people. Thank you now in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We just
the honorable members of the House of Representatives of the District Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. Honorable Richard Nabwiko, Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. Honorable Thomas P. Fowler, Deputy Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. Mosorado County, Yaku Ruki Barry, Oseku Eskane, Musuoke Momba, Honorable Anthony Marcus M. Thomas, Honorable Presidia A. Cooper, Honorable Reverend Dr. Samuel R. Enders, Honorable Emmanuel Dan, Honorable Prince A. Thor, Honorable Franz Afogo Jr., Honorable Yakawa Koluba, Honorable Jawe Koluba Yobo, Honorable Edward Pape Flombo, Honorable Muka Kakula Kamara, Honorable Abu Bana Kamara, Honorable Desim Lauli Sibo, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson Jr., Grand Bassa County, Honorable Aseji Bani, Honorable J. Clarence T. Banks, Honorable Matthew Joe, Honorable Alfred H. Flombo, Honorable Thomas A. Goswa II, Silo County, Honorable Thomas Romeo Pio, Honorable Samson Kujuwea, Honorable Elisoni Bonua, Maryland County, Honorable P. Majure, Honorable Anthony F. Williams, Honorable Austin Blady Taylor, Grand Kekmao County, Bentu Masale, Honorable Mohamed Dose, Honorable Buse Sodi Feka, Bon County, Honorable Prince K. Kwena, Honorable James M. Kule, Honorable Josiah Mavi Cole, Honorable Rabo Flombo Mwamba, Honorable Eugene James Colley, Honorable Moima Brice Meza, Honorable Fole E. Famble, Lofa County, Honorable Julie F. Weah, Mama Shafa Koto, BCK Collins, Augustine B. Cheru, Nimba County, Samuel M. Brown Sr., Nyan G. Flombo, Naga E. Gay, Ernest M. Massey Sr., Samuel G. Koga, Don T. Gregia, Musa Assam Belete, C. S. Miana, Mutaz Wombe, Grand Jida County, Jeremiah G. Soka Sr., Marie G. Johnson, Jefferson D.B. II, Tommy County, Japapa Ubidaya Mani, Muna Bishop Johnson Jr., Swain P. Dalla, Magibi County, Morole Obi Cooper, Alan K. Jones, Ellie A. Atore, Emmanuel Ya, Clarence G. Gar, Riverside County, Ellis J. Grant, City Kwa, Grand Blue County, Nathaniel M. Bawe Sr., Honorable Councilor J. Monati Kofa, River G. County, Alexander Po, Aze B. Chilople Wo, Johnson S. N. Williams Sr., Wapolu County, Zina A. Norman, Luto S. Collins, and Honorable Mustafa Warite. Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the Honorable House of Representatives, there are 43 honorable members present, from the 9 absent, 1 honorable member excused. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
The roll call for the three.
For the four now.
For the four. The roll call for the four has been made. Sorry. Then I move to reading, correction, amendment, and adoption of the agenda.
The 12th-day sitting of the third quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature, Republic of Liberia. Tuesday, November 26, 2024, agenda. 1. Section call to order. 2. Prayer. 3. Roll call. 4. Reading, corrections, or amendments and adoption of the agenda. 5. Call for petitions. 6. Call for special committee report. 7. Call for standing committees report. 8. Call for bills, motions, and resolution. Now business on the speaker's desk. Honorable, we have A. Coming from the Liberian Senate, forwarding for the House's concurrence of Senate's engrossed bills number 1 and 2 entitled 1. An act amending the maritime law and restating, quote unquote, an act to create an independent seaports and inland ports regulatory authority to provide for the regulation and sustainable development of seaports and inland ports operation and services in Liberia. And 2, Liberia sea and inland ports decentralization and modernization. B, a writ from the Supreme Court. 10, miscellaneous. 11, adjournment. Honorable Speaker, co-presiding officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the reading of the draft of today's business being the 12-day sitting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, David Chief Flag. Colleague, reader, and the ones with a pleasure. Honorable Paul.
Honorable Speaker, co-presiding, distinguished colleagues. With the reading of the proposed agenda as read by the acting chief clerk, I move, if I can be seconded, that this proposed agenda is accepted. Hold on.
I mean, President.
Hold on.
President. Everybody, let's say President.
So I reiterate. I restate my motion. With the reading of the proposed agenda by the Deputy Chief Clerk and the Acting Chief Clerk, I move, if I can receive a second, that the agenda be received and accepted and used as an instrument for our today's sitting.
It has been moved and seconded, and the agenda have been used for this work. Are you ready to vote? Ready. I'm ready. I'm please put it up for both parties.
The agenda is an instrument that we're going to adopt after resolving the right. And we are talking about correction. We do not have the money to still have a rather Tuesday policy. So if that is corrected,
Yes, I think that was just a typographical error, so as well said.
the amendment made, are you all ready to vote? All those in favor say yea? Yea. The yea have it. Good. Call for petition.
There is no petition, Honorable Speaker.
Call for special committee report.
No special committee report.
Call for standing committee's report.
No standing committee report.
Call for bill, motion, and resolution.
No bill, no motion, no resolution.
Business of Speaker's desk.
Yes, communication from the Liberian Senate. November 19, 2024. Honorable Speaker and members.
So, James, the Speaker
Honorable House of Representatives in
just
section.
left the grounds of
Capitol
the
Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia.
The Speaker just left the grounds of the Capitol Building. He headed for the side of the ELWA junction. If you come from the Capitol Building, everyone was anticipating that the Speaker was going to the court, but he definitely headed for the Foreign Ministry side. And then the usual vehicle that recently they usually park in the space of the Speaker vehicle, it has been parked to the spot. HOR1 has been parked in a space, so when the Speaker returns to Capitol Building, the vehicle will be removed and the Speaker motorcade will park in the same space. So I think the vehicle is meant to secure the space for the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
All right, Chokon, are you there? Chokon. Chokon Flama?
Yeah, Lorena, are you there?
Okay.
Yes, we are here, Chokon. We are here, Chokon. Okay, so
there you have it. The HOR1 is parking in the space of the Speaker, the vehicle that is being used to occupy the space of the Speaker until he returns to where he has gone. He's parking.
Where has he gone to? Where has he gone to?
Before me.
Any information on where the Speaker has gone to
occupy that particular space there that is being used for Speaker J. Funati Kofa.
Chokon, where is the Speaker now? Even though his car is parked in the space.
The grounds of the Capitol Building a moment ago. We
in
don't
another
know where
vehicle?
he's headed, but he's gone. Escorted by a patrol vehicle of the Liberian National Police and
have you been able to see
an amendment to the maritime law and restating an act to create an independent seaport and import? Move, and if I can obtain a second, that this endorsed bill be received and sent to the following committee to report into it. The committees are as follows: Committee on Maritime, Committee on Judiciary, and the Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance. I so move.
The motion made and seconded. Are you ready to vote? Ready. Ready.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Richard Nangaku, Honorable Co-Presiding, distinguished colleagues, I will be ready to vote if the movement can make this amendment to the following committees: the Committee on SOE, and since this borders around public administration, the Committee on Education and Public Administration.
Respectfully, owing to the fact that this honorable gentleman from Lima, who are flattening the curve just within a short period of time within the legislative politics, please permit me to humbly reject.
Already on the next one.
Honorable Presiding, Co-Presiding, distinguished colleagues. To the movement, I'll be ready to vote were you to accept the Committee on State-Owned Enterprises to be included, and with the Committee of Maritime being the lead committee.
So I will accept one and reject one. I will accept that the Committee on Maritime be the lead committee.
Are you ready to vote? I see Honorable Banks from Pembrokeshire County.
Honorable Speaker, Co-Presiding, fellow colleagues, I ask that a simple amendment, if it will be accepted, of transport. Add transport.
So I still reject.
Honorable Amendment, are you already to vote? All those in favor say yea. Those against, no. The vote is carried. Honorable Deputy Chief Clerk, please act accordingly. Nice.
A writ from the Supreme Court.
Before that, please, let me just send a card. Before we come up to read the read, let me just send a card to our colleagues out there that we suspended. We noted that they are still in chilling within the facility of the Capitol building. We want to send a caveat to them that they should understand that plenary took a decision to suspend them. And according to plenary decision, they should not be seen anywhere around the premises. And we noted that they are still causing chaos in the facility. Let them be warned that if plenary go back to re-amend or decision, it will be deadly for them. They just a caveat to those members that are suspended. Honorable Marvin Cole, Honorable Abu Kamara, and Honorable Edward Papi Flomo. Please be warned. Thank you. The floor is yours.
So a warning there to Representatives Marvin Cole,
Co-presiding
Abu Bana Kamara, and
Papi
Flomo, that they are still being seen around the Capitol building.
From the Nigerian Senate, one has been decided on already, and according to our rules, no two bills can carry one motion. So having observed that, if I were given the permission.
Well noted. Can the Deputy Chief Clerk be reading on the bill? Did you read together? You read together? Okay, but another motion should be taken on the second bill. So please go ahead, honorable gentleman from Magibi.
Mr. Presiding,
he made a correction according to the rule, no two bills can be passed together. So I think we need to make the correction right away.
So they have to read it for the speaker. So then you read out.
Tell me you read the second bill? Okay, please read the second bill, please.
You want to talk about decentralization, talk about read it.
After Joe speak, give us at least 2 minutes, let the speaker read the bill. And you're going to take the motion.
The Liberia Sea and Inland Coast Decentralization and Modernization Act. An act amending Chapter 6 of the Republic of Liberia of the Public Authorities Law, creating the National Port Authority. Presiding officer, co-presiding officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that was a coverage letter that was read, translating the two communication. It's not that it carries two captions. Thank you, sir.
Take it up. Thank you, Deputy Chief Clerk. Honorable colleagues, with the reading of the second bill, what is your will and pleasure? Honorable Foley. I recognize Honorable Foley, please. For the formula anyway.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding, distinguished colleague, after listening to the reading of the second bill sent concurrent by the lower house, I move, if I can obtain a second, that bill be sent to the Committee on Ways and Means and the Committee on Judiciary. The American will play the lead. And they said joint committee will report in 2 weeks to ensure that proper decision can be taken.
Honorable colleague, have been moved and seconded that the bill be sent to the requisite committee as named by the movement. What is your will and pleasure? Already on the Margaret Thomas.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding and fellow colleagues on my feet, and considering the nature of this bill, if you want to debate it, the Liberia Sea and Inland Coast Decentralization and Modernization. With that, I want to, if the movement can accept this amendment, that we can please add the Committee on Modernization, if it can be accepted. Which,
you know, to my
Liberia will so accept. They have been accepted.
So the movement is accepted.
colleague from the Sheffield, an experienced of the legislative politics. Having listened to him and the wisdom he said on willingness have, taking into consideration the importance of what to the House of Representatives in particular, I respectfully reject.
Honorable colleague, the amendment way, are you all ready to vote? All those in favor say good. Against? Honorable Deputy Chief Clerk, be act accordingly.
Yes, sir.
Next.
A writ from the Supreme Court. In the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, October 10, AD 2024. Pressing 10.
October 10, AD 2024. Present, Her Honor Siana G. Yor, Chief Justice. Her Honor James Etta H. Wolokoli, Associate Justice. His Honor Yusuf D. Kabar, Associate Justice. His Honor Kwekwe Besa Senior, Associate Justice. Her Honor Sana D. Clinton Johnson, Associate Justice. The constitutionality of certain actions taken by some members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature. In reference, Republic of Liberia to Brigadier General Amos B. Kessa Dixon, Sr., Marshal, Supreme Court of Liberia, or his deputy, Morovia. Greetings. You are hereby commanded to notify the Ministry of Justice, Attorney General, to appear and file returns on the side of the law before the bench of the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, Chamber of Justice, on Tuesday, November 26, 2024, at the hour of 9 a.m. as to whether or not the petitioner's petition should be granted. You will also notify the referenced members of the House of Representatives to also file their returns. You are further commanded to instruct the Minister of Justice and the referenced members of the House of Representatives to file their official returns to this writ in the office of the clerk of this honorable court on or before the said 26th day of November AD 2024, and have the members of the House of Representatives to return to status quo ante and stay all further proceedings or actions pending the determination of the matters, and to read to them the original and leave a copy of the writ with them. And as to when and how you should have served this writ, you will make known by filing your official returns hereto on the back of the original copy in the office of the clerk of this honorable court on or before the said 26th day of November AD 2024. And for so doing, this shall constitute your legal and sufficient authority, giving honor my hand and seal of the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, this 22nd day of November AD 2024. Councilor Sen Mamulu, Clerk, Supreme Court of Liberia. The constitutionality of certain actions taken by some members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature, Republic of Liberia, to Brigadier General Amos B. Kessa Dixon, Sr., Marshal, Supreme Court of Liberia, or his deputy, Morovia. You are hereby commanded to notify the parties in the above entitled case of action or the legal representative that the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia will hear argument in said case on the 27th day of November AD 2024 at the hour of 11 o'clock a.m. and that they are cited to be present for sin. The parties are instructed to file on or before Tuesday, November 26, 2024 at the hour of 3 p.m. and have you there this notice of assignment, giving honor my hand and seal of the Honorable Supreme Court this 22nd day of November AD 2024. Councilor Sen Mamulu, Clerk, Supreme Court, Republic of Liberia. Councilor James E. Pierre, Arthur, T. Johnson for petitioner, Councillor N. Oswald Tua for Ministry of Justice, some members of the House of Representatives. Reference: Representative Jason W. Seaboard of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the City of Monrovia, County, Republic of Liberia, petitioner. Versa, the Honorable House of Representatives, represented by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable J. Funati Kofa, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Thomas P. Fala, and other representatives acting under them. The Chief Clerk of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature or designee of the City of Monrovia, Montserrat County, Republic of Liberia, respondent. Petition. The petitioner, in the above entitled cause of action, comes and must respectfully submit and prays your honor to grant the issuance of the alternative writ of prohibition to restrict and prohibit the co-respondent majority bloc from exercising functions ascribed to the plenary of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature and restore the petitioner, Representative Jason W. Sibo, to his position as chairman of the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature, and says the following to wit. 1. And because petitioner submits and says that he is guaranteed his inviolable rights of freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and freedom of conscience under the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, which shall be secured in his person from unreasonable exercise of powers.
Perfect decorum, please. Please be generous.
Unreasonable exercise of the powers of government agencies, the rights to a public trial and to confront his accusers, his right to have any administrative and legislative decision promptly inquired into by the judiciary branch of government, his rights not to be deprived of life or liberty or property, but by, quote unquote, the Lord of the land, the organic law which years before it condemns, protocols upon inquiry and renders judgment only after trial. It is a massing of law that states, like the symbol of justice, that the blindfolded goddess who holds the scale of justice in one hand and swear in another, declaring, for justice be done to all. Let justice be done to all. 2. And also, because petitioners submit and say that he is lawmaker who was duly elected to the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature on October 10, 2024, and subsequently appointed by the Honorable Speaker to the position of Chairman of the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee, Representative Jason W. Sibo of the Montserrat County's Electoral District number 16 of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. 3. And also, because on Tuesday, November 19, 2024, the petitioner submitted the co-respondent acting as the majority bloc in one of its meetings held at the John Timon at the Capitol, presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas P. Fala, arbitrarily and unconstitutionally, and without color of right, removed the petitioner from the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee. Thus, announcing the illegal removal of the petitioner from the said Essential Committee, the Deputy Speaker declared the petitioner's position nullified and ordered the Ministry of Finance and other relevant government agencies not to transact business with the petitioner. More than this, the Deputy Chief Clerk is to inform the controller of the House of Representatives not to honor the signature specimen of the petitioner pending the appointment of new acting leadership of the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee, amongst other things. Thus, he said information was published in the print media by Front Page Africa newspaper on Wednesday, November 2024, and especially so the Daily Observer newspaper on the banner headline, quote-unquote, majority bloc, flexions, numerical strength. So due profiles, evidence, reconstitutes key committees as an more fully be seen from copies of said publication here to annexed and marked Exhibit P1A book, forming a concept, a cogent part of this petition. 4. And also because further as to count 3 above, the petitioner submits that he is without any complaint that was filed with the plenary of the House of Representatives honoring the gavel of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, nor the Committee on Rules orders. Notwithstanding, the petitioner submits that assuming without admitting a complaint was filed with the plenary of the House of Representatives, the said complaint was not submitted to the Committee on Rules and Orders as coached in the standing rules of the House of Representatives, nor did said committee conduct any investigation for which a final decision was rendered against him petitioner. The petitioner says that the quote-unquote the Speaker of the House of Representatives shall refer the matter to the Committee on Rules and Orders. The House, after examining the report and recommendations submitted, shall render its decision, and the decision is final. See Rule 48.4 of the Standing Rules of the House of Representatives. Attached is a copy of the said standing rules here to mark Exhibit P2, forming a cogent part of this petition. 5. And also because followed as to counts 3 above and 4 above, the petitioner submits that the correspondent majority bloc's actions violate Rule 48.5 of the House of Representatives, which also implies A, that no member shall be sanctioned, suspended, or removed from position without prior notice of the charge against them.
Honorable Co-Presiding, a second inquiry. Inquiry on an inquiry. Honorable Speaker, colleague, I will want to have an inquiry to the rate being read from Honorable Civil. I will want to know from the Secretariat whether sale rate was received by them. If it was received, then we can go ahead and add. If we are not receiving, I think there's something else.
Can you respond to the gentleman?
Did they serve us? Did the court serve us that rate?
Please allow the Deputy Chief Clerk to respond.
Chief Clerk.
Honorable, can you please repeat your inquiry?
Did you receive a rate on behalf of a receiver from the Supreme Court?
Well, to answer directly, no, I did not receive
a rate. But this morning, this rate was turned over to me by the chairman on rules, order, and administration.
This morning.
Yes, we were asked to have it on the agenda this morning. So we have to receive it.
Yeah, inquiry of Johnson William. Can we allow the information to come to first? Number Johnson.
Fellow police, I think that is straight about this whole rate issue. There was an error from the dispatcher from the Supreme Court. So there were two rates. One was already being ordered. That was a rate prey on the unconstitutionality of the actions taken by members of the majority legislature, which has members of plenary, which has to do with the dissolution of committees, the reconstitution of committees, and also the election of the speaker, the removal and election of the speaker. But then the cover of that rate carries the rate pay for the previous speaker with the attachment, the environment that carries civil rate that had not been ordered. So the tax carries on the profile rate he prayed for, and the environment carry on the civil rate that has not been ordered. So on the basis of that, because of expediency, the civil procedure law provides for computation of time. So if we had not accepted it, it means that today we will not be in time for filing. So on the basis of that, it was accepted, and then the original copy of the rate from the Supreme Court was being ordered from the marshal and was issued. So officially, civil rate is that before us. So the rate that we have provided all of the documentation and our submission to is the rate prayed for by common speaker.
I will call it with the estimation given by our veteran Councilor Michael Thomas. What is a winning pleasure? What's the way forward? Omokole, please. Omokole.
Having listened to Honorable Speaker, Chairman, Executive, and co-presiding, distinguished colleagues, having listened to Honorable Margaret Thomas and astute Anthony Law, and taking the consideration that the error just mentioned was raised by the lawyer and the clerk of the Honorable Supreme Court already placed the right rate to the clerk on Sunday morning, yesterday morning, and having filed the appropriate brief, I want to move, if I can get endorsement of the gavel. I will want to move, if I can get endorsement of the gavel. I will want to move.
Go ahead. Open the motion. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Having received the endorsement of plenary, distinguished colleagues, I want to move that the rate received by the lawyer, Councilor Vani Henry Boto Sherman, that the returns has been filed this morning as early as 9 a.m. And we are currently preparing the briefs to be submitted to 4 o'clock.
Hello?
All right. Yeah, Yekesi, you are live.
Let's hear you, Yekesi. What's the update from the Supreme Court?
Yekesi? We are trying to join our colleague Yekesi from the Supreme Court. Yekesi's walkway. Yekesi, if you are hearing us. All right, we haven't yet gotten Yekesi. He's at the Supreme Court, of course, where Speaker Kofa has taken his case. Yekesi? Yekesi, if you can hear us, please come through.
So we're seeing the escort of the Chief Justice. Perhaps he will come in to give some updates. What is unfolding?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, Yekesi, go ahead.
Okay, so as you can see right now, the convoy you see is the convoy of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Justice Siana Yor. So she's the one going ahead there, dressed in a purple and black dress. So she just arrived here at the Temple of Justice. But as it relates to the filings that's supposed to be done by the Minister of Justice and that of the majority bloc, well, we have not yet seen the presence of either of those blocks. That is the majority bloc and that of the Minister of Justice. The Minister of Justice has not yet yet, according to information I gather. Likewise, the majority bloc, they've not yet arrived here. But what I want the public to know here today, Supreme, are you getting me?
I'm getting you clearly. Yekesi, go ahead.
Yeah. So what I want the public to know here today is that what's going to be happening here is not a hearing. All right. So according to the rate, the Justice Minister, who's the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, is expected to do his filing to provide a legal opinion into the process there at the legislature. As you may know, the Minister of Justice is the Dean of the Supreme Court. So the court is seeking his legal opinion as relates to the process there at the legislature. And for the majority bloc, they are expected to do their filing, answering to the petition by the Speaker to put a stay order on all of the activities that the majority bloc have been carrying out of recent. All right, so they should be filing their response to the petition by the majority bloc. But as of yet, we understand that none of them are here besides the Chief Justice who just arrived. So we are still here. We are hanging on. As soon as they arrive, of course, we're going to bring you updates about whatever will be happening here today. But another thing is that the we are getting here from folks on the ground that the filings could be done through via lawyers, especially for the majority bloc. So we might not see the presence of representatives here to do their filings. It might just be lawyers of the majority bloc that will come to do the filings. So I mean, we're not going to see the entire majority bloc here or a few members. We might not see the entire majority bloc or a few members of the majority bloc here at the Supreme Court to do the filings. Their lawyers can do that. And also for the Minister of Justice, yes, he can send a representation to do his filing as well. So we might not see both the majority bloc and the Minister of Justice here in person to do the filing.
But when we see the Funanti block, are we going to see the Speaker of Funanti and people from his block? Yagezi? Yagezi? Yagezi?
Supreme, the speaker, yeah, are you getting me?
Yes.
Hello, are you?
I'm getting you. You're getting you went low. You said we wouldn't be seeing, we might not see, members of the majority bloc. So I was asking if we will see House Speaker Fanati Kofa and members of his bloc. Do we expect to see them at the Supreme Court? Yeah, Gezi. All right, Dennis, you heard him. He said that we might not see members of the majority bloc. They were the ones taken to the Supreme Court by Speaker Fanati Kofa.
Yes.
And they might be represented by their
legal teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if we
so perhaps they all will use their
the dispatcher for the first time put the citation to the office of the speaker
appearance
rejected, and there was
when I heard that left the I was thinking that he might Supreme Court. So now we know that none of them will be. So here we are.
The second one was the appearance of the dispatcher.
We hope to see that. We hope to see that perhaps after the majority bloc session,
the
we will
former chair of Group Order and Administration took deliberate
because it's the part. His Vigo is the part.
But he left.
Yes, but
he just had the speaker one part. No, not speaker one. I don't, because we don't have speaker one, speaker two in the car. But the car is just parking as part.
Yes.
And then so maybe, as I'm saying, as we are gathering from our reporters, he might come back after the majority bloc has held their own forum. But no problem, whatever it is, our reporters are there. We are with the speaker, we are with the majority bloc. We are here to bring all of the unfoldings happening on Capitol Hill, as we said. Dennis is going to join the majority bloc where Haji Masai is posted.
Of the minority black posting everything that was happening. So it is assumed that by virtue of that rate was being served. Because they received the citation, they opened it, they even took photos of it, they made photocopies of it, and Mary Cole returned the citation to the dispatcher and said, the speaker meeting with some guests. The following day, we had a conversation with the FOI mediation team.
Like we said,
in that meeting,
and so
made clear
Nelson, if you want to give us, you can come through, Nelson.
He said, on the basis of this.
All right, Nelson.
So he will come in. I think there's just a delay to.
But your signature was used to remove the speaker.
Of course. So he even made we
went there
that he will receive the rate
to the Labrador business.
For
us to come and get a speaker of due process.
What particular business did you go to do here?
It's for us to get a speaker of due process.
So thank you, press. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You can keep the speaker with you. Let's go to the speaker.
So the backup speaker is now.
Representative Small, he seems to be smiling today. Today is a special day for you people.
We are waiting for the court, right? The decision for the court. I'm smiling because I know that at the end of the day, the law will say.
You are on the right side.
I'm always on the right side. I want to like bring people's side.
All right.
Set up
Oh, we just saw the speaker from Atikofa.
Yeah.
Requested that this majority member who constitute should officially move
the assignment in the hall, the speaker.
Plenary has made any decision to that matter, and on the basis of that, we could now move to that change. So the
Abba. What's up?
So the shit in the chair now that a lawmaker there.
So the lawmakers are here. The lawmakers are here. They are back. Some of those lawmakers are here. We saw Norman, who went on the other side of the majority bloc. He said he went on the side of the majority bloc to give the speaker due process. So he has returned to the side of the speaker this morning at the House of Representatives. So we don't know the total number of lawmakers on the side of the speaker this morning, but the number seems to be increasing from the way they were. Some of those famous lawmakers that you know who left the speaker, they returned the money, including Representative Senior Norman and other lawmakers who we heard that they were going on the other side. They returned this morning on Capitol Hill. So they are going to have a meeting with the speaker. After the meeting, we will see what's going to happen. Though they said they are waiting for the court, what will happen on today, but as you may be aware, yeah, a couple of other lawmakers have returned. They're here. You can see the excitement in the faces of the lawmakers this morning as compared to previous time gathering at the Capitol building.
So, Chokon, can you help us to verify the numbers of lawmakers who are behind the embattled speaker?
Chokon, are you there?
Yeah,
Lorena, that's what I said. I cannot give you the total number of lawmakers on the side of the speaker this morning. But what I can safely say that one of those lawmakers who flipped over a week ago, Zinanome, has returned on the side of the speaker, and he was hailed by his colleague, and he and the speaker exchanged handshake right here in the hallway, and they headed for the office of the speaker. But what I can say that the number of lawmakers behind the speaker this morning, the number seems to be huge. Though we can put a figure on the number because they were just moving, not in a way that you can count them one by one, but the number is quite encouraging this morning, and you could see it from their faces. They were all smiling, not as compared to the past time where they were angry.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Choco, I just wanted to know if the legal team of the speaker is at the Temple of Justice. If he has.
Thank you so very much. We recognize the Honorable Gentleman from all countries. We need 60 days. Yeah, nobody has 60 days. I recognize the Honorable from all countries, from Ukule.
Distinguished Honorable Speaker, Honorable Richard Nambekong, co-presiding and chair on the executive, distinguished colleagues, please permit me quickly in 2 minutes to run you through the case file because I've been fortunate or lucky to sit by the council in the preparation of these reports. But before saying to our colleagues here, the service of the writ is done legally. It is called, and what we call that by the service of our lawyer receiving the writ is what we call the constructed service. This writ has been constructed to serve us. And in this writ, it is paid the then speaker, the former speaker, the writ is in reading the constitutional actions taken by some members of the House of Representatives of the 55th legislature. And there are few counts raised.
So we currently have here the legal representation of the minority bloc, Councillor Habina Jenen. He's in a brief chit chat. Right after the chit chat, we hope to speak with him. Why is he here this morning?
Chief, it's good to Spoon TV is here, Spoon TV and other media outlets here.
Is your Spoon?
Yes, Spoon is here.
Let Spoon know that I will call Stanton.
Okay.
I want to prepare this weekend.
Okay,
Okay.
I got the ruling now from the court, so we'll try to.
Can you speak to us now, sir?
Just a minute.
Why are you here now? Councillor?
No, I'm just visiting the
But you talk about the ruling.
We want to really the ruling in the sharing case, so we'll come on the program to talk about it. What is the lecture?
Okay, so you heard him there. The legal counsel, legal representation of the minority bloc, the Copas bloc, is here. He's leaving. He said he just came for a visit, but he hopes to appear on Spoon TV, particularly the Spoon Talk, anytime, to provide some clarification or to speak to what's currently unfolding here at the Supreme Court as it relates to their petition. So that's it.
Legacy, do you think that he's leaving because he didn't see the representation from the majority bloc, the legal counsel?
So Supreme, like I said earlier, according to information we've got, the majority bloc is not due here today. It is tomorrow, according to information we've got, that the majority bloc, in fact, the minority bloc is actually due here. It is the majority bloc and the Minister of Justice, the Attorney General of the Republic, who's also the Dean of the Supreme Court. They are the ones due here today, but they may appear here themselves alongside their legal team, or they may send a representation of their legal team may represent them here today. But the majority bloc is not. It's tomorrow that both parties are due here to provide arguments into this matter.
Thank you, Legacy. We'll keep you updated. Keep us updated, okay? Denise, you heard him. Now we are still with the majority bloc. All right. All right. So we expect that the Kufa bloc, which is the majority,
and currently we find that they are in green, and we wait to see what will be their own outcome and where they will be heading, whether interior or max. Yes, we hope to see that. Like Chokon said, he having been able to independently verify, how many lawmakers are behind him. But according to him, the number is encouraging as per the previous days or week since the stalemate and all of that. So we hope to see and to know the number that is behind the speaker, the embattled speaker for COFA. Then we can ascertain whether the 43 that is said to be in the majority bloc, 45, yeah, whether it is exact or not, because we saw the deputy chief clerk just calling names and not people raising their hands or responding to their names. Yeah, exactly. So we hope to see that.
And we also want to know what is behind the excitement within the minority bloc. Yeah. What did they hear? What do they expect? What is it that we Liberians should expect? Yes, we know that everybody's saying that they should go by the rule of law. And you heard from the American ambassador Mark Turner. He said that the law should prevail. And when we are looking at the law, then we look at the Constitution, and the Constitution says that Fonanti is still the Speaker of the House. And so we await, as Yegesi said, he said that they are going to be coming to the Supreme Court tomorrow, both blocks. We are talking about the majority bloc and the minority bloc. We know, of course, we are going to make sure that you get all of the happenings from there as well. And so we await.
So perhaps we need to hear from Masale, whether the majority bloc has adjourn their session, but we see them.
From what we see, they have joined. So we now with the alternative block to understand what is happening, what came out of the meeting, and so that the Liberian people can be informed. If you're just joining this broadcast, we welcome you. This is Spoon 107.5 FM. We are also on Fabric 101.1. We are live on Spoon TV. We are live on Super. We are live on Fabric. We are live on YouTube on Spoon. And of course, we encourage all of you to keep following us so that we bring you updates from around the capital, from the Supreme Court, and also from both blocks outside of the capital and the majority and minority blocks. I'm here with my colleague, Dennis Nipson. And Dennis, we see the majority block. Of course, like you said, they are already leaving. It seems there's going to be a short presentation today because they are done. And whatever they want to say, they have said. Yes.
Lorena, can I come in?
Yes, come in, Haji, please. What's going on?
So it is not an adjournment, but it is an executive session, and that means all the visitors to the chamber should be excused because there are some things, they want to discuss, not in the public glare.
Okay.
Are we starting to get those information? Is that whatever is going to go on there? Do you think, Haji, we are going to get the information?
No, what happens in executive session, you don't have privilege to them, except in open session. But I believe there are some things that you don't want it, in the public. That's what they call secret session.
Are you going to go back in there later?
Yeah, they will call for open session for the session to continue. So we were just on maybe the 3 or 4 items, and we have several items on the agenda for discussion. So you can see this vehicle now is the speaker vehicle and parked right at the joint chamber. So the official parking lot for the speaker is currently occupied by Fonati Kofa.
All right. Okay, Hachi, thank you. Keep us updated. Dennis, you heard him. They asked them to leave because they're having an executive session. But did you observe the absence of Deputy Speaker?
Yes, Thomas Fala. Yes. I did not see him in their session. Yes, I did not see in the session because most majority, or they say Liberians, were hoping to see him on today because he led the entire process.
Exactly.
Sworn in the new speaker
according to the majority bloc.
Yes, and all of that, he led the process. So on today, why is he not in session? I don't know whether perhaps he has given some excuse. Usually they do a communication on the floor that will be read on the floor. Perhaps Haji might have heard why he's not in session today. But we were hoping to see him today. Happens to be the first day of his success story. So
transition from that induction overwhelmingly. We saw that their speaker, the majority bloc. That is what Liberians are referring to them as the majority speaker, and there are people that are in favor of that speaker as well.
Yes. So
Haji, we will get back to you. We want to know why is Thomas Fala absent. He is the deputy speaker of the majority bloc of the entire House of Representatives, but he was with the majority bloc, and we saw him swore in Speaker Richard Cohn of District number 11, and now we don't see him, so we don't know what is going on. We hope to see him. Liberians want to know why isn't Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala in session. Maybe that is some of what they are discussing right now, and they will give us update on that. But the majority bloc is being headed by Speaker Richard Cohn of majority bloc.
Let me just provide some
information. Because Liberians are still saying, and of course you and I know, according to the rule of law, that the Speaker of the House of Representatives is Fonati Kofa.
So I think, Lorena, I have the way of calling them. We have the embattled speaker and we have the controversial speaker. So
why if Fonati Kofa doesn't want to be referred to as an embattled speaker?
At this point, he's embattled because of all of what is happening. So that's the right way. And then with Fonati, with Rachel Kuhn now, I think we'll just refer to him as the controversial speaker. So the both of them, at least when we're talking about that now, people will know which one we are referring to because it's actually dramatic,
So they shouldn't be referred to as Speaker 1, Speaker 2.
Speaker 1, Speaker 2.
We don't have
that in our constitution. So So it's actually something to laugh about. But we hope that the right thing can be done. Like everyone, most people talking about the rule of law, and there's a need that there should be the rule of law. The law should be upheld, and people should uphold the law and respect the law as well. And he said, Haji said they are in executive session, but most often we know that when executive session is being called upon, after that there's nothing else. They just
because you have been assigned the House of Representatives, so you know what happens there. But people are saying that the Senate is doing business with the majority bloc. Did you get any information on that? That the Senate is doing business with the majority bloc, because we all know they say politics is number.
So at this point it's just speculation.
Exactly.
Speculation, and other might even say the speculation of them doing business with the majority bloc, the speculation about a divided house as well, of Senate, some groups supporting this side, the other supporting this side. So the entire thing is just surrounded by speculations and yes say and all of that, until the rightful thing, or perhaps the other senators can come up openly to talk about what their own side of the entire issue is.
What do you foresee in the next couple of weeks when it comes to this holu balu happening at the House of Representatives?
What I see is impeding the working of the country, development issues, because at this point we know that the draft national budget is at hand and need to be discussed. Based on that, and the passage is key to the development of the country, and how government can start to execute some plans. Like the last time we listened to the minister of finance, the finance minister, Gustin Kalfan, who spoke about key development issues and some of the plans they have for the civil servants, and some of the plans they have for health workers and all of that, the rural connectivity, what
even
I feel.
salaries.
Yes, salaries.
But
With this issue that has to do with the entire impasse on the Capitol Hill, that will stall development initiatives. So I see in the coming days, if this doesn't be resolved, there will be issue of government own slow pace of operation, and nothing will be going on, because we just saw with the majority bloc, the discussion that was held, just brief discussion, and at the end of the day they went into executive. So with that, they are also contemplating on how to deal with the petition from the other side, from the minority bloc, and the minority bloc is also thinking about dealing with the issue with the majority bloc, so that hullabaloo will just be there, and nothing of essence will be ongoing currently at the legislature.
That means the Liberian people job will just be held hostage.
Yes,
business.
and they will be paid free money.
Yeah, because they are collecting all of the amenities and what is needed, what they should be collecting, in case the Supreme Court rule in favor of the minority bloc. House Speaker Fonanti Kofa, what do you think is going to happen with the majority bloc? Are we still going to see what is happening at the House, or they're just going to work in line with looking at it, I don't see the rule of law being upheld by the majority bloc. So even if, in case the Supreme Court should rule in favor of the minority bloc, whom is Fonanti Kofa, who is saying that nothing happened because, he is going by the rule of law, and you yourself said he is a lawyer, then what's going to happen? The Liberian people say, we want our business to go, we want our jobs to be done. And so then what's going to happen if, in case, the Supreme Court should rule in favor of the minority?
So then we hope to see what will be the step taken by the majority bloc. Liberia is as such that when something happened before, people say this happened before. It happened in the case of Alex Tyler, it's happened in the case of this person. So we are still seeing the same thing, ongoing. Perhaps they will say, oh yes, it happened before the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Alex Tyler or whosoever, and Edwin Snow, and at the end of the day they still resigned because they saw that their colleagues were not in favor of them, so and they couldn't do the business, they won't have quorum, or they won't have that collective backing of their colleagues, so they resigned. So Speaker Kofa, the battle speaker, should do the same. But perhaps he will say, I can still move on, I can stay lobbied with my colleagues to get their support and continue with the work. So it's both ways to see what will happen. And with the majority bloc is also resolved in terms of their own political, quest, in terms of saying that, oh, what is happening at the court? Yes, the court say, but we have the majority mandate, so we want to proceed, we want to continue. So it's something to look out for. At this point, you cannot predict what will happen, in the next minute or hour, but to see whether indeed, if the majority bloc will actually set a precedent this time around and say we're going to go back to status quo ante and go back and see whether we can give all of these prices that is necessary that he's calling for, and see if it can be done.
Somebody said that, Speaker Kofa should just go back and read the Snow's case. Say, him going to the court is a waste of time. I mean, the judiciary cannot decide what happens at the House of Representatives, even if they say it is the rule of law. You can tell the people, say, oh, that by force you must accept this speaker as your speaker because you voted for him. And, you hear Liberians, at times I really like to hear the market woman and own of view. I say, yeah, what's going on at the House of Representatives? They say, yeah, our lawmakers, they are the lawbreakers. The people hide some people say the people hijack the speakership. What thing we do when they feeling fighting up there, we just sit down here, we accept the result, but they won't know that our country we don't want to put in there. Some people can't wait for 2029 to be here. Denise, some people are just already angry, and we're just in 2024. We're talking about the next 5 years, and you're already waiting to get some of the representatives out of the seats that they are occupying due to what is happening there, because you can't be the ones that should be upholding the laws, yet you are the ones breaking the laws, and because you say you no longer believe in this person. But then people are also saying again, House Speaker Fonatikofa might just step down as Edwin Snow did. That is why they are saying that he should go and visit the Edwin Snow's case. All of those speakers weren't wrong. They upheld the rule of law, but at the end of the day, they stepped down. But will the House Speaker, President Speaker Fonatikofa step down for Richard Kun to be Speaker? Or maybe he might say, oh, let's go back to the 60 days and see what all of the arrangements that can be made. You understand? I'm just looking into activities that might just go on, because we can't continue to see our country, going on like this. The whole world is watching. This is Liberia. There were times that we sit on the show in the morning and we talk about the rule of law being upheld in Liberia when it comes to the sub-region. ECOWAS always believe in us, saying that, oh, your thanks, you people had your peaceful election, and we saw the smooth transition of power, and yeah, you people are, we are again. ECOWAS in the trap. Somebody said, ECOWAS try, they can't make it, I will make it. You understand? So then ECOWAS might be going back and sitting again into the box and saying, Lord, these people in Liberia, they want to do something again, because can you imagine at the House of Representatives, the highest seat of government? So let's look at as the executive. The executive just being cool. You understand? People are saying, oh yeah, like you said, there are all speculations that the executive, they're saying, oh, the executive is working, the executive might be with the majority bloc, but we are not sure of that. And so we all wait to see what will happen. But that is why we are here to offer the platform. I always say, before they say, oh, that the spoon journalists and said it, we are here to offer the platform so that you people can understand what is happening.
Yes, and get our own perspective as it relates to the happenings. Yeah.
So we joined the majority bloc. We see that they are already back. Let's see. Haji, if you are there, can you hear us? Haji, are you getting us? Haji Masale?
So it will take time before you get to him. It will take a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute. Okay, so if you are just tuning in, we welcome you to this special broadcast. And we know our boss and some of the panelists of Spoon Talk are going to join us at the same time. We have different comments coming in. Liberians are watching. We have 2,000 plus viewers across the country and the rest of the world. Of course, the people always depend on Spoon for all the information that they need to get. And that is why we are not just here to entertain, we educate, we inform you. And so we are on Spoon 107.5. We are on Fabric 101.1. We are also on Super TV, and we are on Spoon or via YouTube. You can follow us via any of the mediums and be a part of the broadcast. We have our reporters posted outside of the Capitol building and within the Capitol building with the majority bloc, and also with the minority block room is the House Speaker, and we have been told that Speaker Kofa Group is in a meeting. According to the description, they told us that the mood is cool, they are okay, they are not anxious like they used to, like they were last week. They look like they have some hope. Denise, from what I heard, is like, oh, we are going via the rule of law, and so we have hope that it's going to be. But then again, people still go back to say, yes, we hear it, but then the people say they won't work with this speaker. Yeah, so what is going to happen? So we should take course. Okay, well,
Yes,
I think we should do that.
I think Haji
yeah.
is setting up, perhaps he's setting up to speak with Zina Norman. So
Okay, there he
when
is.
they are ready, then they in his office. When they are ready, then they would let us know. Yes, like you said, I think we can take
We can
callers.
just take callers. Okay, Hachi, you are there.
Yeah, thank you, Lorena. So we were just about to speak with Honorable Sina Norman, to state some reason why he had to go to the majority block and even sign the resolution calling for the removal of Speaker Funati Kofa, the embattled speaker. So this morning, you also saw him in the video with the embattled speaker Funati Kofa. So it's kind of conflicting. So he wanted to question to ask, how is it happening? How is it possible to be with the majority and to be with the embattled speaker block? So that was just what we wanted to ask him. But I think they are arranging for him to talk with the press.
Okay, Haji, Liberians are concerned in terms of the majority block today. They are not seeing the deputy speaker Thomas Fala. Is there any news of why he wasn't present in their session today?
Not at all, and this is surprising. This is the first time since he joined the majority bloc to preside over that session. He has never missed a day until today, where surprisingly we are not seeing the deputy speaker Thomas Fala. But maybe some lawmakers will confide in us and tell us what's the reason the deputy speaker is not in session today.
Have you tried reaching out to him or members from his office?
No, because in this trying time or this difficult time, most of them don't really sit in office from their various homes. Their coming area, they just come straight into session, and right after session, they leave. So they are not really in office.
Actually, you followed them from the camping area, right?
Of course.
And you didn't see the deputy speaker Fala?
No, the deputy speaker usually does not go along with the majority bloc. He leaves his house and he goes straight to session, and he comes back out of their session and to a house. So there have been no time where he will go to or drive along with the majority bloc, except sometimes when he comes for border on the traffic and they all come along.
All right, Haji. So we are here, and any information you have for us, keep us updated, okay?
Okay, all right. So I'm still here. I'll be pinning the camera around so to allow the public, get a breath of, what is happening here on Capitol Hill.
All right. Okay, so that's Haji Dennis. You heard it. He didn't see Deputy Speaker.
So, Lorena, am I still live?
Yes, you're still live. Haji, go ahead.
Okay, so you during your deliberation in studio, you and Denise, you talk about the Senate doing business with the majority bloc. I just want to pass some information over. Since the issue about the removal of the speaker came about, but usually what happened, the two houses do business, through the clerk's office, through the offices of the secretary of the Senate. So the Senate usually pass instrument over to the secretariat, and the secretariat whoever command the honor, they place that communication honor that person. Safe to say the impartial speaker of Natikofa, if that happens, then he or she will have carried the communication to the main chamber. But in the case, since almost the entire secretariat is at the majority block, except for the chief clerk. So meaning the entire secretariat is working with the majority block.
All right, thank you.
Haji,
Yeah.
quickly, before you leave, although we will speak with Chokon as well, I'm seeing a post from Menipaka Dumor, who happens to be the international affairs officer in the office of the embattled speaker, and he's reporting 37. Have you been able to independently count the amount of lawmakers that was in the majority block session today?
You don't go by what people will write on their Facebook page. Even a lawmaker cannot sit
That's
on
why I'm
the page,
asking you
on
independently.
a page and just write number. The number have to be tested in chamber. The roll call has to be made, and people present will have to answer to their names. And the public will know, because that is always done in the public. It's not in the secretary where people, will answer to their name, doing roll call.
How many persons? How many lawmakers you
answer
counted?
to their names? That's why we're asking.
Yeah. So as for the speakers block, they have not entered chamber yet. They haven't entered chamber here. But as for the majority block, they are in the joint chamber and conducting, a session. As per the roll call, they are about 45.
You saw 45 lawmakers lift up their hands?
So it was 43 that answered to their names, and two persons joined later. The first to join was James Collet of Bond County. Yeah, after the roll call, he came and he acknowledged the enrolling clerk to mark him present. Then following that was Marco Thomas from District 4, Monserrado County, who also notified the enrolling clerk of his presence. 45.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, Haji. I think we should join the Supreme Court where Yegesi is. Yegesi, if you're there, we are joining you. We want to know, as we are watching, we don't see much happening there, but you might just want to tell the Liberian people what is going on, since we are reporting from the Capitol Hill. At the same time, we are also going to take calls and hear the Liberian people view. We want to know what they think about what is happening in the country when it comes to
You are keeping it. It's already from the land.
So you can see if you are there. You can see.
Yes. Are you getting me?
Yeah, clearly, you get. Give us updates. You are clear. You can see loud and clear.
Okay. All right. So we're still here at the Supreme Court, waiting to see whether the Minister of Justice will appear here in person to file in his written legal opinion that was sought by the Supreme Court. We saw a deputy minister previously from the Ministry of Justice, but we couldn't speak to him because he seems to be in haste. But the update just remains the same. Nothing much is happening here. Earlier on, we saw huge police presence here at the Supreme Court. But later we saw them left, and since they left, they've not returned. So, and I think tomorrow is going to be the day where a lot of drama will be here at the Supreme Court, because we understand tomorrow has been set as the day for arguments into this matter. It's tomorrow that lawyers of both blocks, the majority bloc, the minority bloc, should be here.
Right. Yakazi. Okay. We were getting a report from Yakazi Zwokwe, right there at the Supreme Court. You heard him, Denise. He said that tomorrow there's going to be lots and lots of drama, because that's when both lawyers from both majority and minority blocks. Okay, so we are going to join Nelson Colen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Alive.
Okay, yeah, so we are out here on the grounds of the legislature, and of course, the atmosphere here today seems very kind, contrary to what a lot of people expected, especially given everything that unfolded over the weekend. We got here this morning, and the arrival of some of the lawmakers. Now, aside from that, there is also two official vehicles parked here. And if you look on the side of the speaker, on the speaker wing of the legislature, far at the far end there, maybe at some point we're going to zoom in there, you see the official vehicle of Speaker Kofa parked right there. And if you came on this other end, right at the entrance of the joint chamber, the rotunda of the legislature, the vehicle parked there is the official vehicle. Maybe we want to just show the front of this vehicle here. So that's the official vehicle assigned to the speaker, elected by the majority black speaker Richard Kuhn. As you see, it is yet to have an interior, the REP or HR1, attached to it. At the moment, it doesn't have a plate, but that is official vehicle park there as the folks carry on their regular session in the joint chambers of the legislature. And so if you went all the way down, maybe just looking from here, you're going to see at the end there that the official vehicle of Speaker Kofa is also parked there with the lights blinking from every angle. And of course, that's the situation right here now on the grounds of the legislature. So two speakers, two vehicles parked. Now it depends on where one sits. There are others here, as per conversations we've heard from some of the parties, some Liberians who have come to witness everything that's happening here. There are some who are saying that yes, Speaker Kofa is the legitimate speaker, while that the speaker elected by the majority bloc, Speaker Richard Kuhn, is the official speaker. So you see the motorcade of the speaker, an official police vehicle there, and also you have the speaker vehicle at the end there. So this is what the atmosphere looks like here today. And on the other end, it was expected, especially after everything that happened over the weekend, that there would have been some sort of standout, some sort of tension here on the grounds of the legislature, given the involvement of the Supreme Court, and especially some of what Liberians have been saying. But the grounds of the legislature is relatively calm this morning, as everyone is going about their activities, and Liberians are just looking forward to seeing what happens in the later on.
All right,
today.
thank you so much, Nelson. Thank you so much. We are here, we are set, and we expect you to keep us updated. Okay, Nelson. Now we have to join
Marceline.
Haji Masale, he is with the majority bloc.
Okay,
Haji,
sir.
come through.
Yeah.
Okay, we officially want to use this meeting
Okay,
to
thank you,
welcome
Lorena. We want
the
to
press
talk
to the
to
office of Honorable Normal on a
Normal
quick
just in your
and
CV.
brief interview relative to event unfolding at the Capitol building. And so we want to say you are highly welcome, and the interview will be very brief, just to respond to one or two issues that you may raise relative to what is happening at the Capitol building in terms of the removal of the speaker. So you are highly welcome. Honorable?
Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us. We did see you going to the in the joint chambers where you were last time. We saw you going into the main chambers when you visited the office of the speaker. Why?
Thank you. Let me say thanks to the Law Association of Malawi. We believe in the law. The law should be the law. A few weeks ago, I went to the main chamber, the joint chamber, and I went to join my colleagues and said, hey, colleagues, we need to give the speaker a due process. We can't hold the Liberian poor hostage. We can hold the Liberian poor hostage. We went to the joint chamber to join our colleagues, to make them 45, to come to the main chamber and get the speaker a due process. To my utmost surprise, a few days ago, some of my colleagues did the wrong thing. And I want to say to the public, we're listening to the court. We're listening to the ruling of the court. Once the court comes down with a ruling, we must bow by the rulings of the court. So I had to go and speak to my colleague who's the speaker. I walked up to the office and I spoke to him. We are all colleagues. We need to give the speaker a due process.
So are you saying you do not recognize whatsoever that happened up there last Thursday?
Last Thursday was very wrong. When I went there, I talked to my colleagues. I said I came to join you. They were 43, and now we're here to make you 45. Please, colleagues, you gotta go to the meeting and get the speaker a due process, so we can do the Liberian poor business.
So you think whatsoever that happened up there was wrong?
I think you saw me the gun Thursday. I was in section. I was in section on Thursday because some of our colleagues said a lot of things to us, and we said no, we can't go that route. We gotta bow by the rules and regulations of the country.
So what exactly do you want now?
We need to give for the people for due process.
So, Honorable Norman, when you join your colleague in the joint chamber, automatically your signature placed on the resolution. Did you sign the resolution?
Of course, I signed the resolution. Because we need to do the Liberian poor business. Our colleagues up there yearning for 49, and our colleagues on the side looking for 37. We can't get quorum. They can get quorum. Send it in the majority. They go and join it and get the speaker of due process, so we can do the Liberian poor business. We can't hold the Liberian hostage. We're going to one some weeks now. We'll be holding Liberian people. No, we can't do that. The budget before them. They can pass the budget. The budget can come to the minority. Where we are going? We don't go anywhere. We need to do the Liberian poor business, my people.
Moving forward, where do we hope to see you? In the joint chambers or in the main chamber?
We wait for the Supreme Court rulings. When the Supreme Court rule in favor of Fanatico Fire, I had no option to join Fanatico Fire. Because what the law said and what the law says. We need to do the Liberian poor and bow by the rules and regulations of the country.
Other people who said before we leave you that disappointment came from partisans of yours and other Liberians accusing you of yourself during the speakership election allegedly accepting bribe. How can you make a clarity on your side?
You know, everybody got a view. Some of our colleagues from the other side, they understand the legislative politics. We believe in the rule of laws. We believe in the rule of laws. We can't be holding even our partisans a hostage. If for us to go to the majority bloc and join them and come and get this because due process for the Liberian business to be done. That's what we went there for. Gentlemen, you gotta join us now. We came to get you 49 or 45. Then go to the meeting, get a speaker of due process. When it's supposed to be removed and do the Liberian poor business. But some of our colleagues on the other side want to see it that way. Today, I want to see some of our colleagues from the other side from the majority. But today, you see him in your office?
Why is he not in office?
You need to ask him why he's in office.
You tell us, sir.
You need to ask him. I'm going to speak for him.
Do you have any clue that Tomofala is not in office to share?
Oh, I think
he's not in the church.
You need to ask him why he's in section.
But why is he not in office?
You need to ask him. I'm going to speak for him. Because the law, I know you believe in the law. The law should be the law.
Can you assure Liberians whatsoever decision that will come up from the Supreme Court, you will abide by?
Of course. I would abide by the rules.
What's such a change? Why you took a U-turn? Wow.
Because we wait for the law. We wait for the Supreme Court rulings.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Still holding back.
Thank you.
The law should be the law.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, Senator Norman of Papulu County, giving your thoughts on what is happening here on Capitol Hill. So, yeah, so studio, you can now take control.
All right, Haji. Denise, you heard you heard him. He said that from what I gathered, yes, from what I heard, is that he joined the majority bloc that made them 45 because he wanted them to go into the joint chambers to give us Speaker for the profile due process. You hear him? That was what he said. So I'm here wondering which side is he on? He said he's for the law. So is he telling us that he's with the minority bloc, which is Fanati's bloc, or with the majority bloc?
So, no, Lorena, people should be intentional about what they do and should be sincere. You know, the lawmakers, they try to, play with or play on the gullibility of the society, and they do things anyhow. You're already aware that you have two sides. You have the minority and the majority. And even the both sides are all wanting quorum, right? They want to win. The minority is looking for quorum, like he said, and you are aware of that they need 37. If indeed you want the speaker to be given due process and you want to support him, why not stay on the side that he's hoping for 37? That you can convince others to come and join him, since you want to support him. Why not be there, and then you leave, you go on the other side?
From what we just gathered, he is on the speaker, with the speaker.
Well, then he went to the majority.
That's what people say. Maybe he went to spy.
So that's not sincerity. People should be sincere. It's not perhaps maybe some talks went on and now you're trying to save face to come back to the battle speaker end. So you want to make it to be like you went in. Which logic will you explain that you went to join the people to be 45 to give the speaker, yeah. So I think he needs to be sincere with what he's saying and the entire process of Capitol Hill, because there's a need for this entire impasse to be resolved so that the Liberian people work can be done. So he has not been sincere. Take your side and know where you are, and you move on.
From what I see, Dennis, the guy has taken a side. His
Yeah.
side is now with the speaker, since he say he's on the side of the rule of law. And we are here. We try to. I understand why when people say that they are our representatives are playing casino politics. When if you go online, or even if you have been to the casino, it's about numbers. So anyway you win it, the fact that you put in a coin and money comes out, and that's it, you have won. So when people say casino politics, and this is a whole country, there's a whole nation in a whole sub-region that is depending on looking up to these people to do the right thing. So I don't understand why Liberians, our lawmakers, will be playing games and tactics with a whole country, especially where the people are awaiting them to make their decision and carry, so that they carry on the Liberian people business. We can have two houses. It's just one house. If we say two houses, we are talking about the House of Senate and the House of Representatives. But within the House of Representatives, we are now having two houses within the House of Representatives, which is not good for our country. We want to hear the Liberian people's side. If we can get to any of our reporters right now. Let's hear the Liberian people view. Call us on 0777-771075 or 0555101075. Make your own contribution. You hear what is happening. Spoon FM, Spoon TV is here to make sure you get all of the happiness. Let's talk to our first caller. Good afternoon. Hello, you live on the show. Good afternoon. All right, so we'll take the next caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello. My name is Samson Topaka. We calling from district number 4. Always we the that this is what we say the president and not the president in the country. The lawmaker, the Yaparo, the Kodi, the Frogo then, that we the one causing the problem in our country. What in a number that want to be exact? Who say you want for the other people to have you want for the other people to have and the other person to be 37. Say you wanted for the other person to be 37. Why you could not stay to Funatico faster to raise the number? Then you go to the majority black. Then you say I wanted for them for me to raise the number so it can be 45. So they can have John Chimon. Anybody that you say that thing to, then you're not being a sincere person.
Thank you,
so
sir.
that's in a number from people he not sincere. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, let's take this other caller. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Your name quickly to the point.
Thank you. My name is Lincoln. Lincoln T. Living above the street. Am I on air?
You are live. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I can listen to one of the representatives, and I think he has the poster up or politician. He won't be here and there. The reason why the guy went to the quote-unquote majority, he just said that they were funded by dishes. Somebody misled me. This is why he went there. And you can't remember, this is casino politics. It's all about number and finance. This is what he intend to do. Now he's coming back and she for he want to save this. And that's why he said, you know, water. He want to be with the majority, be with the majority. He want to be with the minority, be with the minority. Why he think might be going to go to the majority and say, oh, number also can go back in the meeting. That's a joke. Thank you.
All right, 077771075 or 05551101075. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and quickly to the point.
Yeah, my name is Marcia Godoy. I'm from Dual Community. The issue was no he only dangling around, and the people are inside, fully well that his signature cannot be withdrawn just by mere saying on media or going to our press conference. I think every issue or guideline are within that signature, put in place signature in your aware of setting the do and do of the what in his signature. He only trying to cajole the public that is coming up to speak to the press continually, but he don't want to go to the real issue. Seriously. Thank you for the time.
Okay, sir. Denise, we have another caller on the line.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
good afternoon, Lorena and Dennis.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you.
Okay, my name is Joseph B. Nimler, and I call from Mount Barker to be precise on the Anthony Weller Avenue.
Go ahead.
You see, the strategy, the legislative strategy the people were planning was to eliminate the majority, bro. The majority, they are all veterans. They know the legislative policy more than no money that gets coming. They plan to get the people with 49 and they never did 45. They never want to reach 49. But what the people did, the people went 6 or signature and already were resolving it. So they went there, they called the 45. They get there with 45. They put all the other one there to make it 50. At the end of the day, they put it already impeached. They wanted to go in the place there, they postponed the hearing when they go before they made the due process. They were going to postpone the hearing to say the investigation last for the next 4 years. And so when you say that all the people there, it means that it will go. That what happened to Taro case. Taro case after the doing, but Taro made a mistake. The man said 3 months. So before the 3 months expire at the end of the day, Taro was already able to move before able to acquire the signature. It was sitting on Taro at that time. But once you get problem with Speaker Kofa, then you go say that before the due process, and the mail will be there. The deputy speaker will look at you. Once you raise your hand, the mail will not recognize you. That the moderator can recognize you. The mail will recognize the main name of the So now the people know the strategy. The people say they will not go to them. So the people fool them. After they went to the people to say they want to fool the people fool and impeach the man. That man was removed. That man is now a speaker again. As far as we concern, the speaker is making number cool. The strategy they own.
Thank you, sir.
Which, yeah,
Thank you very much.
We will work on Nigeria, for Ghana to come to the capital building. We are awaiting them.
Thank you. All right, let's take the next call. Hello.
Hello, Lorena.
Yes, your name and where you calling us from quickly, please.
I'm Alpha Kamara calling from Treasury number 10 on the old road.
Go ahead.
Okay, concerning Sinanomo, I want to look at from a different aspect. You see, this was Ellen Noah last week. Representative Ellen Noah, he said, we went down at the raise the vote number. They'll be convinced we'll go in one team up. Going to that due process, stand to acquire the vote, the 41 vote, will vote. That's why you see when scholar last Thursday, he said, let's vote. They say, no, war against sound. We're not voting. The bigger odds in a normal there, and Bernard Benson and Adam Noah, they want to refuse to pass the vote. In a resolution, you have a vote per person. So you don't blame me. It was a deal. He played on the side of the speaker. I'm telling you, he's right. But when I say on the podium that day he went there to vote and give them time of voting, I was right.
Thank you. 077771075 or 05551010075. Dennis, we have another caller.
Hello, let's hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the Spoon family.
Good afternoon.
We are Junior Phone from River G, Freetown.
Okay, River G, how are you getting us?
Yeah, I impressed. Since morning we've been following the show. At the brilliant data, the only plea attend the Spoon. You got to see visit to need to extend one of the terminal in the southeast that is. But let me say, kudos to the majority.
Any of you are welcome to relay the station, the radio.
Yeah, no, that we do through data and all of things. But let me say kudos to the majority. I think those guys have been proving. They said that they are veteran job because especially Samuel Kuga. Samuel Kuga come as a legislator. I think they welcome it. They may understand the legislative politics. And to the point, I think the former speaker Kofa, he's a dissenting or speaker. The guy in the southeast you can even count. Say speaker Kofa Bayan speaker to even play a basic in the southeast. They may not be able. So I think when it comes to leadership, they may not lead up. Some of the simple thing. If you can even pay a visit to your people to even know the need. Now, Gwenku can do almost gasoline. 2,000 now buying gasoline that was speaking Gwenku. Then the message speaker, you tell them for speakership. Now, I think all the legislators in the southeast that go against the men are sending into the trajectory. They should be able to push until they may grab them or taken from that position.
Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you. So we'll take more callers before we join them. Dennis.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The name remains James Barrett, and I join you from the People Rebel.
Okay.
The issue is very clear. At least Supreme Court already they should go by the court until minute that go back to the main chamber, honor the Lord. But let me say that the entire proceeding of removing the speaker, everything was total error. The deputy speaker had never presided any speaker election in the first place. So to tell you myself, even the ruling today, just market, some people will be waiting in the case of any snow in January 2007. No matter they go or they come down, some people will rule if it was another profile. You will stay with me, the speaker.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll take one more caller because we'll have to join our team. We'll still keep coming in between and taking calls. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ernest Waller, speaking from New Material Estate.
All right, sir. Go ahead.
The behavior of those that sign, and today they're giving us information like that. If there any area, they need to be executed secretly because on the battlefront, you can't plan to go kill the man. Then before you reach there, you say, no, not there. Your friend will eliminate you. But what they're doing, we say, the Congo people, we are suffering. They don't want to do it to us. They're not doing it to themselves. They're doing it to their Liberian people. Why should you go to work and can't go to financial water? You go into majority so that you will be there. You can tell us.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
You think what you will say? We eliminate you and go.
Thank you.
Because they are hypocrites in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir. It's time, Dennis, for us to rejoin our reporters. So we have Yekesi Zokwe and Jurasi Joe at the Supreme Court, and then we have Haji Masale, we have Nelson Kule. They are all on the grounds of the capital. Yeah, Chokon Flaman. And so, guys, Haji, you can come through and tell us what is happening right now So we now join Haji Masale right there. We have heard from the Liberian people. We'll still talk to more Liberians. Haji Masale.
Yeah, Lorena.
Haji, you can come through. You are live.
Yeah, Lorena. So we are still
If you
waiting
just join
for
us, this
a
is
session.
107.5
Are
FM.
you
We
are
are
you hearing
also
me?
live on Fabric 101.1 FM. We are bringing you live coverages from the Capitol building, from the Supreme Court, and of course in Spoon Studio. We are live on Spoon TV. We are live on Spoon 107.5. We are also live on Fabric and all television. That is Fabric TV, Super TV, and of course Spawn TV Live, also on YouTube. Denise, most of the callers were just talking about
Sinanoma.
exactly. They say they may
Lorena, are you hearing me?
we not understand. We know that what you are telling him doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You can't tell us that you went to the majority by letter say you saying a year and a day. Okay, so trying to talk to Haji Masale. Please come through.
Are you hearing me, Lorena?
Haji, if you are getting us, we are getting you. Clearly come through and tell us what is happening now that the majority bloc have left their executive session.
So
All
no,
right, so until Haji comes through. Haji?
Lorena, I'm hearing you. I'm asking whether you are hearing me too.
Yes, I'm hearing you now, Haji. You are live. Give us
Okay.
updates.
Okay, so relative to the question you asked, the majority bloc is still in their session, but it is executive session, like we said earlier. The executive session, there will be no visitor to the chamber. So they are still discussing their in-house, issue. They haven't yet opened the session for the general public.
All right, so we are here waiting them to get out of that session, Denise,
Everyone
so that
having
we'll
media
understand what
response.
is going on. We'll talk to Chokon Flama and but Haji, tell us what are you observing? Maybe you talk to people, outside of the building. What do you think? What is going on?
So when
What?
you listen to
Yeah.
Sina Nomo, he tried to quiz us as to why the deputy speaker is not here. We asked him to tell us, he could not, tell us why the deputy speaker is not in session, but he said we should do our investigation. So it's a message to me that there is something internal, going on. Right now, as we speak, the speaker and his colleagues from the bloc are still in the meeting. We don't know what they are discussing. Probably the outcome of that meeting will be disclosed to the public. Lorena.
All right, Haji. We are here. Keep us posted. And Zina Norman, yes, we heard. Even our callers and those posting the comments are complaining about Zina Norman. They think that he is not being fair. He's not being
So
strict.
according to Sina Norman, he cannot regret putting a pen to the resolution. Is because they continue to hold the Liberian people hostage. They cannot do the Liberian people business since the majority bloc needed those numbers to complete the signing of the resolution. He had no option but to join them so that they can give the speaker the due process they always talk about. But the majority bloc, after signing the resolution, they read out the resolution and they voted upon that to us, the speaker. So right now, the matter in court, we may hear something today, tomorrow, finally, as to whether the due process accorded the embattled speaker, was adhered to. So there are a lot of unfinished issues. We stayed, waiting to hear from all sides of the act in terms of due process, in terms of giving the speaker that due process, in terms of the speaker himself, saying whether he was self-elected to come before them, because the majority bloc is saying that they established a committee to investigate the speaker, and the committees did serve the speaker the battle speaker on several occasions, different occasions, about the committee's mandate to investigate him, but he turned down all those invitations and downplayed them. So the committee too had no other alternative but to report to of the House of Representatives in session, the majority bloc, and the majority bloc or plenary took a decision to remove the speaker, Fonati Kofa, and scrape him of all, the security details and so. So this
Yeah,
is DJ Blue. Yeah, you see DJ Blue. So he was in
okay.
session with the majority bloc. Only Sina Normal stay in his office. He did not go to session.
Haji,
Yeah.
should Liberian people believe that Zina Norman gave his signature to the majority bloc, but his physical being is with the minority bloc?
Yeah, so certainly when he joined them last week, sometime last week, yes, he put pen to paper. He signed the resolution, and he said it in open session that you people are 43 and y'all need 49, but we are here to make it 45. That is, he included a colleague, Bernard Blue Benson, into his comments.
All right. Thank you, Haji. Keep us updated, okay? Keep us posted. Whatever it is that we need to know, we are here. All right. The Liberian people depend on us.
Okay, Lorena, I'm still here.
All right, Mr. Masali. Well, you heard him clearly, Denise, and you heard our callers. I mean, like everybody was just on Zina Norman. It's kind of.
It was almost like DJ Blue as well. Bernard Benson when he when he crossed over,
And
it was the same public.
dramatically.
Yeah,
You could see the
badges he
way he came.
received.
Yeah, yes, but the thing is, DJ Blue crossed over and he remained.
Yes, I'm saying the same way he was being large by the public. That's the same way Zina Norman now is being talked about.
Yeah. And so, Nelson Colette, if you are there, we will want to bring you through. Nelson Colette from the grounds of the capital. Welcome to this broadcast. We are right here on Spoon 107.5 FM. We are on Fabric 101.1. We are on Fabric TV, Super TV. We are also on YouTube and we are on Spoon TV Live, your favorite. We welcome you to our broadcast. We talk to some of our listeners and the lines are busting, but we are not going to take callers right now. We promise to, make sure we talk to you later. We just talked to Haji from the majority bloc. Now we are going to join Nelson from the grounds of the capital. Nelson, if you can get us, please come through. We also have Yegezi Zwokwe and Jurassic Joe. They are there at the grounds of the Supreme Court. But from what we gather from Yegezi, Dennis, is that tomorrow both representations will be present at the Supreme Court. And so we are waiting. Okay, so until Nelson can connect to us, Haji is there. Chokon Flama, if you can come through, but then Chokon is with the speaker. That is House Speaker Chief Fonati Kofa. All right, there you go. Nelson, welcome.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Lorena, and thanks to Denise as well. It's great to be back. So we stay here at the Senate wing of the legislature, and of course, as we reported earlier, the atmosphere here is calm, and uh, there's just pocket conversation going on everywhere. But the atmosphere is kind, and of course, you have security presence here, but not as huge as we saw on the previous day, especially when the tension was really that high. And there's a deployment of the national police at the entrance of the grounds of the capital, right, in the middle of the executive mansion and the legislature. But the atmosphere is kind. And one thing that has become a concern here on the grounds of the legislature, Lorena, has been the issue of the deputy speaker not being present in session today. And of course, there has been some concerns, different narratives around. But what we've gathered so far is that he he stayed back today due to security reasons. That's the information we're getting from sources that we've spoken to here on the grounds of the legislature. You know that prior to today, before now, especially over the weekend, there was an expectation, there were anticipation that there would have been a serious tension here today on the grounds of the legislature. And so what we're getting is that the deputy speaker stayed back today due to security reasons. But why this is happening, the lawmakers, the majority bloc, is still going on with their regular activity. And earlier, Lorena, we did show you the speaker's wing of the legislature here. You have the speaker's vehicle parked. There was a vehicle parked right in front, right before the speaker's official vehicle. And what we are told is that that is the vehicle that the speaker has been using. And even last evening, our colleague Chokon Slama was on the grounds of the legislature here as late as 9 p.m., pretty close to 10 p.m. And again, the vehicle was parked in that very position. Again, some of what we're gathering here is that that vehicle has been there for some time, giving the tension here on the grounds of the legislature, the fact that the majority bloc has given the speaker 1 week to vacate the office that he now occupies on grounds that they've elected a new speaker. They no longer have confidence in him. They have the numbers. They've gone ahead with the political process and they want him out. So what pundits are saying here now is that the vehicle is in that position because they don't want to take chances where maybe Speaker Rachel Kuhn on the other end will go in and park his official vehicle at that end. So it's just been that way here. We are getting there are indications that the folks in the majority bloc will be coming down any moment from now, given the security movement and the movement of different vehicles. But at the moment, Lorena, things are relatively calm here, unless if you have any questions regarding any other
I just wanted to know the views from the Liberians around. It is their country. They employ the lawmakers, and I just wanted to know if you saw maybe a group of Liberians. But then we have Professor Chorople. We know he's going to come in and tell us what is happening outside because we know our people are concerned about what is happening within the Capitol building, and of course, they might want to get some of the information through. So we'll connect with Professor Chorople. But it is a good thing now that you are telling us that it is calm at the Capitol building, and what people thought would have happened or what people thought they would have seen is not what they are seeing. So we are grateful, and at the same time, we want the peace preserved. So we will keep in touch with you, Nelson. We are joining Hahachi Masale right now. Thank you, Nelson. Please be there. We're getting back to you soon, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lorena, so session has been adjourned, and you can see the lawmakers, you can see the speaker leaving. Will be getting in his vehicle just any moment from now. The absence of the deputy
He's presiding.
We are doing people's business, conducted session on a legal atmosphere, and we are proceeding back to our bureau businesses.
Honorable guy, is there any information regarding the deputy speaker in session today?
The deputy speaker is an authority. He has other engagement that couldn't permit to be in time. But again, we were 42 in session. The only absentee that was not in session today were Robert Rumbe and the deputy speaker. But all other members were in. So the fake propaganda on Facebook that it was 37. If you feel we are 37, go and conduct business with us.
There are information that the deputy speaker may be going back to Senator Overblock.
He can't go back. The majority has neglected and we have elected speaker. We have constituted leadership. He cannot go to the former speaker. Was there another excuse? our own opinion expressed. In the case of later, I don't know, later injury, I still to get name correct, and the girl who they mentioned already attempted to kill. Jessica. When that case was adjourned by the court, the legislature, through the House of Representatives, decided to look into it. In the wisdom of the Chief Justice, on our signature, if you want that capital letter, I can give you. She said, for the supremacy of the Constitution and the immunity of the judiciary branch, the legislature could not poke into matters in the judiciary. This time was so. We want to also say this in the spirit of supremacy of the Constitution and our legislative immunity. We are taking a political decision. There is not a civil matter or a criminal matter. The former speaker can never be speaker. He's too dead dream about that. He can never be speaker in this country here. He has been impeached. We gave him due process. We constituted the number. The question should be here: are people who signed that resolution, are they denying their signature? No. Have any of them denied that they didn't sign the resolution? No. Yeah, Chief, Article 49 says a resolution of two-thirds majority. That's
that he never signed to the resolution. In fact, Honorable Luther Collins, Honorable B2 Matter, these are all people.
No, they said they didn't sign to the resolution. Yeah. I come in, let's take it step by step. Everybody no one signed on the money of the actions. He made it 50. We requested an excuse from plenary. I come in. The law didn't provide you should be present. You read the Constitution, read Article 49, read Article 88. Article 88, when they talk about a vote of two-thirds in the case of state of emergency, Article 49 not requested that anybody should be present. Your signature, if the Chief Justice read that as a hawk, she must be present to deliver the letter. Once she signs on her signature, it means that she's present on that communication.
So, student, you can just switch over to Nelson because Nelson is already with.
All right, thank you. So please unmute. Please mute. Nelson, if you are there, Nelson, please come through. Nelson, talk to us. Nelson Colette. Nelson Colette, if you are getting us, come through. Talk to your people. Those that are listening to the radio, but we are, looking at footages from the Capitol, the grounds of the Capitol building, and we see a group there. I know that is where Nelson Colette is.
Yes.
We want to understand what is happening. We will see speaking to
Representative Clarence Gar earlier on from IGB County.
Yeah, that was Hachi. Yeah, okay, that was Hachi Masale. Now we want to talk to Nelson. We are looking at some Liberians on the ground. I see some members of the physically challenged. We call them.
This is Koga, Representative Koga, shaking.
Yes.
Student Nelson is part of the interview. You can join him.
All right, so Nelson, we are here.
No, Chairman.
Nelson, you have to unmute.
It's a political matter. Yeah, because we were according. When you say political, why you? This is why when we working with our lawyer will find and tell them that this is a political matter. Please keep the entire. Why
are you working with a lawyer and not the justice minister?
The justice minister, we have our lawyer, and our lawyer will work with the justice minister. You can have one lawyer, you can have multiple lawyers. It doesn't matter.
Is it that you don't trust the justice minister?
Is that we don't trust them, but we need more expert opinion.
Can a political matter supersede the Constitution? Yeah. Political matter supersede the Constitution.
As then you bring it to interpretation. Political matters. Let me say this to you. I want you as a journalist to do your research. Journalist. I come in and stay. You ask a question, I answer it according to how you answer it. Take around the world and read on impeachment proceedings.
When you read all the way, it's not a judicial matter, it's a political matter.
Your three suspended colleagues are still parading in the grounds of the Capitol.
There will be like little notice taking and there will be like little actions.
Okay, that was a bunch
Nelson. Nelson? All right, you're live. Please go ahead. All right, we also have Professor Churuple. He is there at he's outside of the Capitol. Professor Churuple, please come through. Churuple?
Yes, Lorena, are you hearing me?
Clearly, go ahead, please.
Yes, so we posted outside the fence of the Capitol building, where we just witnessed majority bloc of the legislature departed after their brief session. So we are outside, but the outside remains very normal as usual. As you can see over there, base Netagons are doing that normal thing. And of course, the little traffic all around here, the presence of the Liberian national security continue to be seen. And that's just it. What we want to do now, when we reach at the main gate, we want to get a few words from those who following the process here at the legislature. But that's it, Lauren, as you can see here. We continue to go just around the Capitol building to see whether there could be the individuals who might maybe be dissatisfied with the process or situation at the legislature and then call on there. But since we been here, we haven't seen individuals or people coming to petition the legislature to talk about the ongoing situation or to express themselves. Nothing. In fact, as you can see here, this is one of the entrances of the Capitol building. You see why the officers, police officers did here, they restricted all the entries. No entries here. You have to use the main one, right? So it's just like the Lorena.
All right. So, how huge is the security presence outside of the Capitol building, Churuple?
So, not really about being huge. They are posted in group, especially at major points. For example, at this entry, you see there are just few of police officers here. And when you go at the other entry, you will see police officer posted. Those officers who were assigned. That's how the operation is. So they are not in huge number, as you may see here.
All right, Churuple, we would love to hear from the Liberian people. As you said, you are going to be talking to them, right?
Yeah. So we want to get views of people who are around following the situation here at the Capitol building to know exactly what actually is they're saying. What they want to see.
Yeah.
We are here waiting to hear from the Liberian people as well.
Yeah. So once we have people who are waiting to talk to us, we will definitely come online so we can listen to them as to what they have to say.
All right, Churuple, thank you very much. That's our reporter, Sylvester Churuple. He is outside the Capitol building. Yes, Denise, it is very important for us to hear from our Liberian people, but we have Nelson Kola and Haji Masale. They are still on the grounds of the executive. Denise, what did you just witness?
Like we said earlier on, after executive session, we know nothing will have happened there, and we have seen that indeed the lawmakers are now heading back to their base, and we listen to Representative Clarence Garr of Magibi County, who was speaking with the press, including our colleagues Nelson and Haji, talking about their decision that they have their legal team that is going to represent them. And the court, he made a statement that if they are following proceeding across the war, there's nowhere where the court, can have its say, the Supreme Court can have its say in the legislative matters. And to that, I would say just recently we saw in Ghana, there was a situation in Ghana with the parliament where the Supreme Court had to step in, and the Supreme Court had its ruling. So I don't know where he got his information from that, the Supreme Court doesn't rule in this kind of a thing. But it happened in Ghana just recently. We saw that ahead of their election in December. So what Liberians or some Liberians are hoping for is just to see the right thing being done, the law, because President Bouaka has said that there won't be business as usual. So if there won't be business as usual, what happened in the past, when it was wrong in the past, it doesn't mean that it should be wrong. Now in the present, the right thing should be done. So we hope to see what will be the outcome. We see Representative Cole is in conversation with Nelson.
When you say Representative Cole, hello, Nelson Cole.
No, James.
Nelson, come through, please. Nelson on mute?
No, he listening, I think.
Okay. All right. So James, welcome you. You have been following, you've been working in the back. We are happy to see you here. We know you want to make your analysis of all of what have been happening. You've been following. So James, good day, Flomo.
Yeah, I'm hearing. I'm trying to get Nelson. Just continue.
All right. And Nelson chose to mute. We hope he can unmute. So, we want to hear what is being said. But, the rule of law, at the end of the day, the rule of law should take its place. If we must be a country of laws and not men, then, of course, that is what should happen. And we just hope to see a better Liberia. We hope to see this situation coming to a halt where, the right thing will be done. Our lawmakers, if you are the lawmakers, if you go ahead and break the laws, then what do you expect us? What do you expect us to do as Liberians? All right. And you have the Liberian people, most of the Liberian people, I can tell you for sure, they are very disappointed, especially in what happened last Thursday. And people are still looking forward to seeing Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala. You heard, they said to you from Haji, from what he gathered, they said that it is due to security reasons. So I don't know who is threatening the life or peace or security of Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala. He did what he did. He felt what he did was right. He inducted in Richard Cohn last Thursday as the new speaker for the majority bloc. Liberians are saying he's not the speaker. Some Liberians are saying, yes, that's the speaker because politics is number, and the Supreme Court cannot force them to work with Fonati Kofa. So that means that Fonati Kofa will have to work with Richard Cohn. But at the same time, we are not seeing him here today, and he should be at work doing the Liberian people's job like he did last week, Thursday. So Dennis, I don't know what is your view concerning, since we can't get Nelson, concerning the absence of Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala?
Yeah, like we listened to our colleagues, they spoke about, the issue about security reason. We don't know what's the security reason they're referring to, because we saw the time there have been a lot of heated argument up Capitol Hill. He was present. Perhaps, as someone say, maybe he's observing the entire thing from the Supreme Court or what have you. But we hope that he will come up to, state the reason why he wasn't today at the Capitol Hill and what has happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. At the same time, we heard from the American ambassador. He's saying that the rule of law should prevail. And if we are going by the rule of law, then we will say that Richard Cohn is not yet Speaker of the House of Representatives. And it's a good thing that they are now, going to court. And we heard our reporters on the grounds of the Supreme Court saying that tomorrow, both representations are going to be present at the court. James, welcome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The thing you're talking, the American ambassador is not
part of our political system. So his statement cannot make us to say that Richard Kuhn is not a speaker. According to what happened on Capitol Hill last week, majority bloc elected their speaker. We have their speaker, and we also have the embattled speaker. So yes, the American ambassador view is just like any other person's view, including you and I. So only the Supreme Court now can interpret the law, that is the Constitution in this matter, and at the end of the day, we will get a final result that will come from there. But the American ambassador do not have the authority to say that thing that happened, y'all follow the rule of law. No,
Yes.
I'm coming. Let me
Okay.
conclude.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so what happened? The rule of law is being followed. Their lawyers will appear tomorrow, beginning tomorrow till the end of their case. But as it stands, we have two speakers in Liberia. We have one who is in battle, one who was elected by the majority bloc, who believe that the embattled speaker has been removed. So now when we get at the Supreme Court, either the Supreme Court will tell them go back and follow the raffle process, or the process was followed. So Speaker Kofa, you have to respect the rules or the ruling from your colleagues or the decision from your colleagues. So it's only the Supreme Court that can determine, not any other ambassador, Nihama Rovia, who will tell us follow the rule of law.
Liberia always listen to America. You and I know that.
The issue is the American ambassador statement cannot notify what happened on Capitol Hill. That was his view, and we should respect his view as well. But we will still respect the decisions from the two blocks. The majority bloc has their speaker. The minority bloc has their speaker, who was constitutionally elected by his colleagues. But majority of these people came together. They said, "We don't want you." Now he's an embattled. So we are waiting to see what the court has to say.
Yet we still have to go by the rule of law. What if, in case the Supreme Court tomorrow rule in favor of the Speaker, Fonante Kofa?
So before you come in, James, like what Lorena said as it relates to the American ambassador, we know that Liberia is a sovereign nation and Liberia has its own decision to make. When it comes to the issue of the United States and Liberia, we know that they are key developmental partners, and we know the way that the U.S. has when it comes to the proceeding in Liberia. That is why when the U.S. placed sanction on officials of Liberia or government official, you see the way that it brings to the discourse. So these are some of the things we say. I think she's not saying that it's going to compel, the majority to go, relaying their decision or what they did. But I think what she's saying that there's a bit of concern from that end that also will influence how they go about to ensure that they respect the rule of law. And we know that America is not just any.
That is what happening now. The rule of law is being followed. Again, mind you, this is not a criminal case. This is not also a civil case. This is a political case. Nancy will unmute when you unmute, you will get him. This is not a civil or a criminal case. This is a political case. So one decision that we are expecting from the Supreme Court, right? One decision that we are expecting from the Supreme Court is sending these guys back to say maybe they did not follow the referral procedure. They should go back and follow the procedure. That's from my own belief. That is something that I am expecting. From my own belief, I am expecting that to come out from the court to say, hey, yes, we agree what happened, but please go back and follow the rule of law. Because the point is the Supreme Court cannot and will not tell them that Fonate Kofa is forcefully your leader. You cannot remove him. No, they will not tell them that. But they will instruct, because the law says that there should be we should have separate branches of government, and these people should have their functions going on. But there should be check and balances. The check and balances come in when one is going the wrong way. The other person will check on it and say, hey, this is not how you should do it. You have to do it like this. So there where now the Supreme Court will come in to do check and balances to tell them that you did not follow the referral procedure. If their lawyers will be able to prove that they did not follow the referral procedure, I'm talking about the minority members, and then they would send them back to go and follow the referral procedure. But the question now is, will they go back?
Conflict of interest evidence, which is against Article 90A and B, and he lied on an oath. We took oath to protect the Constitution and defend it. What evidence else you want again, comrade?
Well, I think things for talking to things.
And I think I want to leave. I want to know. Let's discuss the issue. Let's discuss it. What evidence one? This is another returnal agreement. No, I want to get you more evidence. This is another returnal agreement. Look at the liens down legal service returnal agreement between LPRC and LTA and that of Fanatical Fast Law Firm. You understand that? So what else again you want to? This is the outcome of what you look at the evidence against Kofa. Look at the issue of Kofa letter to airport line. He said, look at reference election of Liberian representative to the sixth legislature of the Airports Parliament. Honorable member breathed herself on the platform and said she was nominated, she was not elected. Didn't you hear it? Then Kofa can lie. He said election of Liberian representatives. The president said the president was not elected. I was nominated. But you write to the airport and say they were elected. Is it not lying on an oath? Is it not against the organic law of the state? Why else one? Or you want to spoon for nothing spoon? You are telling us eating what here now. You may say to the CEO, say that somehow we are getting too disappointed in many of your panelists. They are very arrogant and rude on the show. Very arrogant and rude. I have no way to mix my words on it.
All right, we have Sylvester Chirople. He also wants to come through to give us updates. Chirople.
Yes, Larina, are you hearing me?
Clearly.
Yes, so we decided to get the views of Liberians, especially, we are just opposite the Capitol building, and specifically around you here, where other Liberians are here, who want to talk to about the issue as it relates to. But let's see our best to talk to any of the guys here, and to. But let's start to talk. I see a very a young man who been talking about the issue as it relates to the Capitol building saga. How are you? Welcome to Spoon.
How you doing?
Okay, good. I've been listening to you people talking about. Following the issue at the Capitol building, quote unquote, the controversial issue around the removal of the speaker. What is your take?
My take here is, let Fanati Kofa be given a due process.
Okay.
Liberia is the country of law. We saw the case with Edwin Snow. We saw the case with Ellis Tyler. We will not get our legislatures who are supposed to be making the laws, breaking the laws. If you said Fanati Kofa did XYZ, they came up with 7 counts that it says Fanati Kofa increased the budget, he placed people on he sent people to ECOWAS illegally. Fanati is not refusing. Fanati is telling them, let us go to our chamber and you place your agenda on the floor. I will recuse myself and we'll go to the right procedure. But it will not be the case, right?
But according to the majority bloc, they reached 49, which is the 2/3 of them, and
they have not yet reached the 49. If they reach the 49, then if they reach the 49, they go to the session.
But they have session this morning.
But the joint chamber is not the session. The joint chamber is not the session. We all know the joint chamber is not a session. Yeah, if the majority bloc is saying that they got the 49, let them go in the session where Fanati Kofa is seated. Let them go there, and the 49 can come out with a vote.
Don't you think because that place is still remain controversial, that's why they didn't go there to carry on the session?
But then how will we proceed with this? How will we proceed? So So how will we proceed? So I think the best thing that we are looking up today, we are looking up to the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court has asked them to go to.
Yeah, the Supreme Court has asked them to go to State Court. They are refusing to go to State Court. So we are waiting for the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court is the final attribute of justice in the country. So we are looking up to them.
But you just said that, you know, I mean, I think they're looking at precedents. They are happening to other, you know, past speakers, and now this is Fanatic Kopa. Yes. Is it because he's a sitting lawyer? That's why you think he could have it?
Yes, I think for me, I think because Fanatic is a lawyer, Fanatic will not just sit there and allow his right to be taken away from him. I think today, if Fanatic should resign, I think other people out there, his colleagues, his friends, will look at him to be someone who does not know the law. So I believe that Fanatic is looking at the law. Let the law take its course this time around.
How do you describe those representatives who earlier on, you know, agree to place their signatures on paper and later on they say they want to withdraw or unseen their signatures? Those are the signatures that the majority bloc are now using or they used to have elected in the quote-unquote speaker.
I think the Supreme Court with Supreme Court will come.
I want to know your view.
No, for me, I cannot say anything, but the Supreme Court will come out of that. Yes. So the Supreme Court, I think.
How do you think? The entire issue at the legislature currently will?
Those guys are not in our interest.
The majority bloc?
Oh, the majority bloc, the Fanatic Kopa bloc, the entire 72 lawmakers are not in the interest of the Liberian people.
Why you think so?
If they were in the interest of the Liberian people, I think what they're doing, they were not going to be doing it. Okay. But they are not in the interest of the Liberian people. So those guys, I think what we need to do in this country, I think we need to test. I think we need to test the Constitution that says, Article 1 that in the Constitution that says the power is inherent in the people. I think the Liberian people need to test it. If 5,000 or 10,000 human beings get out today and barricade that place and say no one will enter that place or no one will remove from that place, I think the guys I think we'll get a result from them. But for the 73 lawmakers, they are not in our interest. Both from the Fanatic bloc, both from the majority, the majority bloc, they are not in our interest. Those guys finish taking a pay. Those guys sitting to let's be frank. Those guys left their home, they are sitting to RLJ. You think some of those lawmakers down there, you think someone else would take their salary, their high-end salary that government just paid them to pay for their bill? You think they would do what? They would do so, they will not do so. But because they are sponsor, those guys are sponsor. Those guys are sponsor.
You said the lawmakers are now working in your interest, but of recent they have been working with the executive. We all witnessed when the executive submitted, you know, the draft budget to the majority bloc, and they work on the impasse, the president appointees, and the Internet Affairs minister, even they all appeared before them.
Everything they are doing, they are illegal. They are doing everything illegal.
Okay.
The president wrote the executive branch of government. I mean, the president wrote the legislature, the deputy chief clerk. In his letter, he said, present the draft budget to the presiding officer. Who was the presiding officer at the time? The presiding officer was Fanatic Kopa. But instead, the deputy chief clerk took the draft budget to the majority bloc.
But I thought the Fanatic Kopa had been with the majority bloc.
No, he was not there.
I mean the deputy speaker. I mean,
no, but the deputy speaker is not the presiding officer.
Thomas Fowler is no. But in the case where they have problem with the speaker, which is Fanatic Kopa, you know, the deputy speaker has been, you know, presiding.
Yes, but the deputy speaker is not the presiding officer. The Constitution says the speaker will be elected after every 6 years. And who is the speaker? The speaker is the presiding officer at that time, Fanatic Kopa, until he can be removed legally. My brother, we should stop doing this in Liberia. If we continue this, we'll see another thing happening again. Who knows who will next? Who knows what will happen to even the president, Joseph Baga?
Okay.
So we need to stop this.
Okay. So just conclude quickly.
So To conclude, we are looking up to the Supreme Court today to see what the Supreme Court will come up to and see what we'll move from there.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name,
Hi, sir.
Okay. All right. So yes, Lorena. So like we said, we just around the Capitol building. We try to get the views of citizens as it relates to the ongoing issue at the Capitol building. So you listen to that fellow expressing himself as it relates to the ongoing issue. But that's it. As we go along, if we see people who have interest to talk to us, we will definitely bring them on board so they can express themselves.
All right, Chorople, thank you so much.
James, are you there? Lorena?
Yeah, thank you, Chorople. Thank you very much. Okay? All right, so
welcome.
now our reporter, Professor Chorople, trying to sample views of Liberians.
Okay, thank you.
House of Representatives. James, go ahead. James, talk to us. You just coming on.
No, I heard
go off the life.
I heard a brother giving his opinion, and I respect his opinion a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I respect his opinion a lot. I think that's how we should do it. Let everyone has that time to speak. It was good. Yeah, but I just want to tell him we get 73, not 72.
All right, James. Anything you want to say before we go off the live, James? We have our other obligations.
No, you can go ahead and get some calls while we try to get a team to wrap up.
Okay, so then let's get people to call through. We already have callers. We're all calling the number. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, your name and where you calling us from, sir? Quickly to the point.
My name is Charles Akpanya. I call from Tinsville.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make my input with the issue.
Quickly, sir.
Because I heard one of the representatives in Anoma being interviewed where he was saying they should move into the chamber where Fernando Koma presides. People probably don't know that as long as majority members meet anywhere in the city limit of Monrovia, that is considered legal. But one thing they don't seem to realize, and besides that, let them take note that the first time Kofa ran to the house, he asked for a rate of prohibition against the setting of the majority member. And the judge said, His Honor, Yamin basically declined. That made the setting of the majority members legal. So if they're setting illegal, even in the rules, besides Article 33, even in their own rule, they say once there is majority member and there is a presiding officer. It didn't say and there is the presiding officer, if there is a presiding officer. So it means amongst them when they meet, once they have the majority, they can even decide for anybody to preside because the rules say and there is a presiding officer.
Thank
you,
sir.
So they have to take all of this into consideration.
Thank you.
They follow the rule of law, but many of us who say that they're not even following the rule of law. So if the Supreme Court legitimizes the sitting of the majority member, don't they have the legal right to conduct business? So if they invited Kofa there, was he not supposed to appear there? Because they have been recognized by the law of the Republic of Liberia. So people are looking at all of these things. People are so sentimental, they get taking side and saying rule of law, rule of law. Who's not following the rule of law?
Thank you, sir. Thank
In
you.
my mind, the majority of them are following the rule of law. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. 077771075 or 000111075. There's a special edition. We are here to bring you everything, all the happenings from in and around the capital. So if you are there, you want to be a part of the show, this is your program. Call us and be on. Hello? Hello? All right, 077771075. Are we joining one of our reporters? 777-1075-0555-101075. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your name, sir. Where are you calling us from?
I get right. I'm calling for lower. But my take about the whole saga. The truth of the matter, the Constitution, Article 49. So Article 49, all aspects talk about Shah, and the word Shah is a must legally. But I came to talk about the removal of the speaker. It said may be removed by a cause or to tear. That word may be. It is not compulsory. It is determination. It is a suggestion. So that all the things that the people are talking, maybe legal luminary, they are not looking at this. And the next thing, the rule of law is reasoning. You cannot be given a right away by a red light, like when you saw the car. Then you see another car coming to hit you. Then you stay in that particular position and allow the car to hit you. So the thing about then the speaker get flying with and be removed. Thank you.
You are welcome. 077771075 055510175. We'll take 3 more callers. Hello? You are welcome.
Yeah, calling from Ghana.
Go ahead, sir.
You know, thanks so much for this topic this afternoon. And there is something that most of the Liberians are not really getting. Because I always listen to the caller, I listen to so many Liberians. This thing going to end, I guess, Speaker Sino issue end. People always say rule of law, rule of law. Sometimes history speaks a lot. Sino resigned by himself. He went to the court, and the court gave him the day. But the other people said they lose confidence in him. They can't say honor him. I mean, I don't think anything is very contrary. The only difference about Speaker Suno and this, Speaker Suno was not very nuanced equal to this. Okay, that just is different.
Thank you, sir.
And somebody was just telling you, Jenna, you know, the horse there, the political horse there. And even in entire politics in all ICA, which of the minority have ever get a victory over majority? Okay, it is that. And they both have their own rules over there. Sometimes we looking at the constitution. They both are looking at their own rules again in there. So let us sit and look at what the Supreme Court going to handle today.
Thanks
sir. So much.
All right, let's take another caller.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the show. Your name quickly to the point, please.
My name is Molly from Pinsville.
Okay.
I'm calling from Pinsville.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I've been listening to some caller. I don't know they want for us to follow this rule. So if they don't agree that the majority are right today, because a certain difference or certain thing that went between them and Fanatic Kofa. Tomorrow when they agree, Fanatic Kofa resign or they remove Fanatic Kofa. Tomorrow another people say no, we don't want the speaker. They want the judge elected. And how will be in the country? And a good answer if I then go say that in real they say we don't want that speaker. Then they will be there. I think we follow the rule of law. We the Liberian, we the common people should not be supporting that kind of thing. It may be 2-3 months from now. All good kind of say, okay, we don't want this speaker. After another 3 months again, they're not good kind of say, we don't want this speaker. They're not good.
Thank you. 077771075 or 055510175. This is our last caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Lorena and Dennis, and good afternoon to my dear brother James Goodis Flomo.
Good afternoon.
My name is Fodi Muhammad Kakwe, political name, and I joined from Tartan at the Movement for Intellectual Exchange.
What's happening there right now, sir?
I joined from Tartan.
I know. I want to know what is happening at your movement, at your political, your intellectual forum.
Just discussing normal political activities as relates to the impasse at the capital.
All right.
So it's just a normal thing. We are now having a normal forum, because we start forum at 5 o'clock.
Okay. So
you see, I've been following the two of you and Lauren and Aliko Dennis, and I really see the high level of balance argument you guys come with. But I see my brother Goody Promo who just came in, I don't know, he's being a little bit unbalanced and too sentimental. You have to slow down. This issue is a political issue, we agree, but politics also comes with law. No political party in the country will ever say we are not guided by law. Every political party in the country is guided by law. So if a political party is guided by law, then politics it should have a law backing. That's part the horse is a political horse, but it's being constituted by a constitution that makes up the body. So if for any reason the legislator going over here, you will see the Supreme Court coming in to lay the issue to rest. Under no condition, nobody will say because of political horse, so the Supreme Court will have no say, they will have no intervention. In fact, their intervention will not be useful because of political horse. No, then you have to bring job to the country. We have to declare. The president said no business as usual. What happened during Suno time? Suno resigned. It was because Suno resigned willfully because he said that at that time we just came from war. Things were man were not set. So if the battle was not coming on and people the police saying that we not wanted him, and he went to the court. The court ruled in favor of because the North was so hard, and he now went up to go back to where we came from. He went for the resign. Town resigned because only there he now went and he went for the resign. The command saying that he will not resign. It doesn't mean that what Tyler and Silo done before, he should do it. The man is a seasoned lawyer. He understands the law. Let the law interpret this issue and tell him, you are in the wrong. Your colleagues say they lost trust and confidence in you. They do not want you, so resign. Let the law say that until then, Okofa remain the legitimate speaker of the Republic of Bureau.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir. Well, that's our last caller. I'm sorry. There are lots of calls coming through, James, but that is our last caller. So we have to wrap up the broadcast now. James, you want to come through before Dennis and I close it?
Yes, I think our guys are trying to come in. We have Nelson already who is in, but you know the issue regarding this political drama on Capitol Hill, you have your side to support, and I respect all of the callers and all those who follow it. But again, at times majority is wrong, and sometimes minority is right. So not because the way you view it, you think that's how it is. Like I said, the Supreme Court is the final bus stop. We hope to get the ruling from the Supreme Court, which will be, okay, let's go to Triple.
Okay, all right. I will unmute him.
Triple.
He's not ready, James. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah, at this point where we are, we cannot determine what will come up. In this case, it's not one of the cases where you will say the public outcry, let's follow the public outcry. No, this case has to do with the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The Constitution is clear that everyone has, everyone has their place, specifically the House of Representatives or the legislature cannot override the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court cannot override them. So the Supreme Court will rule, and at the end of the day, tell these guys to go back, these lawmakers to go back on Capitol Hill and implement the ruling. But what the Supreme Court cannot do will be to force them to have a speaker, to force them to have James Brown as the speaker if the majority says no. At the end of the day, you will win the case in the court, but it cannot be implemented to the letter like the way if the Supreme Court says James Goodeflomo is wrong and he should go to jail, James will be thrown behind bars. That's not how the Supreme Court is going to do the House of Representatives. Yes, you will rule and interpret the Constitution and say, so go follow the law. The guys will tell you, okay, we are going back on Capitol Hill and follow the laws. And when they get there, they tell you, okay, this is the way we're doing it. Okay, my man come before us for prosecution, and now we have gone through our process. You are removed again. So at the end of the day, we'll be on this for the next 4, 5 years or 6 years and so forth. So again, this is not a case where the public can decide. Public can decide this. The only thing that can decide this is the Constitution. We will talk our own, but it's the Constitution. The law will talk. Yeah, let's go to our guys.
Yeah, James, thank you for rejoining me.
Yeah, Choco, we are about to leave, so please give us the last update from your end.
James, thank you for rejoining me from the grounds of the Capitol building. As you can see, okay, from the grounds of the Capitol building in Monroeville, Capitol Hill. We are here on the grounds of the Capitol building. Like we earlier on told you that the speaker was in a meeting with those lawmakers who are with him, and many of those lawmakers left. Got report that they left for the home of the former president George Weah, and the speaker is still here on the grounds of the Capitol building. As you can see, the motorcade of the speaker is here. His escort vehicle is still here, and some other permanent citizens, they are also here with the speaker in the office of the speaker, and they are with him there. He has a meeting with them. Those lawmakers who were here this morning, Representative Frank Safoko, Representative uh, Bana Kamara, Abu Bana Kamara, Zina Nome, and most of those lawmakers who are from the CDC, they are expected to meet with the former president, where we saw them trooping, making their way outside the premises of the Capitol building. But James, the grounds of the Capitol building is kind. Uh, 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 as you can see here, those lawmakers who were here this morning with the speaker, many of those they are left. They are gone for the meeting pending. We waiting to hear the outcome of the meeting. But as it stands, the speaker is still here. Many people, were anticipating that the speaker would have gone for the meeting. But of course, he's here on the grounds of the Capitol building, holding some tete-a-tete with people who believe in him.
Okay, thank you, Chokom. And we hope to be back tomorrow on Capitol Hill, specifically at the Supreme Court. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to RLJ Hotel, where the majority block is currently stationed. Haji Masale, what's the latest update from your end as we wind down this window?
Yeah, so the lawmakers arrived here just a moment ago. So they needed to do some, suburb or reflection. But the takeaway from today's session is the of the deputy speaker. Uh, the rumors are too many, but we cannot confirm nor deny what all the rumors are. But the deputy speaker, Thomas Fowler, will speak for himself while he is absent, in this difficult time. But this is the first time.
What are they saying?
No, I mean Facebook comments, the rumors on social media. We can dignify those rumors, but it's important that we stress that all the misfeelings people have about the absence of the deputy speaker. It's true that the deputy speaker was not in session today. We quiz Representative Gar as to why the deputy speaker was not present. He said that it's normal that a legislator can be absent from session. In so doing, that can be through a communication stating why you are absent, but that did not happen today. So if the deputy speaker is not present in session Thursday, then some of the rumors we are hearing, then those rumors will be validated. But as of now, it's just normal that somebody can be excused or absent from session. So there were some actions taken today from the agenda. Read the the last one which was being treated was the communication from the judiciary of the complaint from the impartial speaker, but that was being discussed before they put it to executive. Also, a letter, another rate again was issued from the judiciary, from the arm of Sibo, while he was removed from his committee. He termed that as illegal removal from his committee. So that also was put on hold, and it was discussed in executive meeting beyond closed door. James.
All right, thank you so much. We
Actually, it's making good publicity to RLJ, you know.
I tell you,
And they're not paying for it. So we should remove them. We're not paying for our airtime. We're not paying. Thank you, Haji. Your face won't see now, Haji.
Thank you so much, Haji.
Is that what you want to see?
Your face, and not RLJ.
Your RLJ face. Can we see your RLJ face?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll see my face next time.
Okay, all right, thank you.
We're moving RLJ from.
Let's cross over to Nelson as we wander. Nelson, welcome. Nelson Colette. Nelson Colette.
Nelson, come through, please. Nelson.
All right, I think we can go ahead and clamour. So from the court, from the Supreme Court, our reporters are saying nothing has happened since we got our last update from them, and everything is set for tomorrow, where the Minister of Justice and the majority, everyone involved will be.
James, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Chief. Please come in.
Okay, so basically we are winding down from the grounds of the legislature here now, James, because at the moment all of the lawmakers, especially from the majority bloc, have left the grounds of the legislature, and at the Speaker Kofa's block, I see that the vehicle is still parked there, but I'm not too sure as to whether the Speaker is even still there. On the Senate's wing that you see far in at the far end there on the screen, the Senate's wing is still gearing up for their own session on the other end. And so any moment from now, they're going to be starting their official session at the level of the Liberian Senate. There are just a few people here on the grounds of the legislature. There are just pocket conversations going on. As you see on the other end there, one of the lawmakers from the majority bloc, has been addressing some of the issues. He wanted to have spoken with us on camera, but then at the time we were engaged with bringing in other fields. But he's been speaking to this issue as well, citing some of the constitutional provisions and stating that the best thing for the Speaker to have done, especially from the middle of this whole thing, was to either negotiate with them or to resign. And he have said that the fact that the Speaker have not resigned up to present means that if he were the president of the country, given the narrow margin that saw President George Weah winning the election, he wouldn't have a step aside. So those are just been the different kinds of conversations going on here. There are others who think that the majority bloc is going to emerge winners or victorious at the level of the Supreme Court tomorrow, while others are looking at it from the other end, where they think that the Speaker is the one who has not been given due process, and he is just going to be coming out as the winner. So everyone is now looking forward to seeing what comes up from the Supreme Court tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much, Nelson. We hope to be there again tomorrow.
Okay, thanks a lot, James, and to the entire team, Lorena, and everyone, thanks a lot.
You're welcome, sir.
So, Lauren, there where we are, we come to the end. We can wrap up from our end. Thanks to our reporters there, Nelson Kula, Haji Masale, Sylvester Cholokle, Yekezi Zogbe, Yeah, I will not call Choco from money.
But we already called it.
Yeah, I won't call that lady.
I don't know what is really happening with you and Choco.
Choco,
And you know,
not my
you
friend.
step up. Everybody said that you twin Choco.
I can never call Choco from money or show.
What you calling it right now?
And this, can you? I'm forgetting Nelson's partner's name.
Oh, that's Ernest Bina.
Yeah, and thanks to Bina as well, who has been controlling the camera, and to
Yep.
all of our team members who are also in the back, making sure that we get things right. Yeah, you can go ahead and then we end up.
Yeah, you know, if I should come in first, I just see stubbornness. But at the same time, I believe the rule of law must prevail. We cannot thwart the laws of the country. And if our constitution, if the Liberian Constitution, Article 49 says that the House of Representatives shall elect a speaker, which was already elected in person of Fonati Kofa, a deputy speaker in person of Thomas Fala, and other officers every 6 years, then the speaker still remains J. Fonati Kofa. But there's not about sentiment. There's not, because from what I see now, it has graduated from party politics to some self-gain or whatever it is. The thing here is they say, okay, we don't believe in the speaker and we don't want him to be our speaker anymore. Okay, we accept it. Now it is time to go to the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court rules in favor of the law, which will say, according to Article 49, that Fonati Kofa is still the speaker. And as you said earlier, the men say, yeah, we listen, we hear you, we're going back to our house. It's like a husband and wife come, you know, to the chairman of the community and say, oh, the woman say, I want a man again. I tire with him. I don't want to be with him. All the children and say, yeah, we go with our man. We don't want to be with our pa. And they go to the court, and according to certain documentation, the woman and the man got to be together. The woman say, okay, I hear you, going back home. And they go back home and she still says she doesn't want to be with the man. The Supreme Court cannot come and, you know, forcefully force the majority bloc to work with House Speaker Fonati Kofa. But yet again, then what is going to happen to the Liberian people? Everybody think that maybe Fonati Kofa will resign like former Speaker Snow did. Why if Fonati Kofa says he is not going to resign, then what is going to happen to Liberia? That is my concern. So if the majority bloc will say, oh yes, we hear you, will go back and we are not going to work with Fonati Kofa, then what is going to happen?
Just to answer the question.
Is everything going to be halted because the majority cannot work with Fonati Kofa?
Liberia will still go ahead.
So we're going to have two settings in a house.
The issue is one will be minority, one will be majority.
So who is going to be making decisions for the Liberian people?
The majority, Article 33 says simple majority shall conduct legislative function, and simple majority is 37, and the majority, I think they are 44, 45. They are above 37, so it means that they can conduct legislative functions like we've been seeing. Now they are working hands in hands with the Senate. The Senate send a communication to them. They will work on it and send it. Now the budget is before them. So if Fonati, whatever result that will come out, and Fonati says, I will not resign, and the guys say that we don't want Fonati as our speaker, it means Fonati will remain to where he is, the guys will remain to where they are, and the country will move forward because they are more than 37. So the budget will be passed and legislative functions will go on. We saw members from the executive also appearing before them. So it means that they are the one who will do the job, though they are fighting the rightful speaker, but they can still carry on a legislative function because they are more than 37. And the Constitution says that you should be 37 or more to conduct a legislative function, but Speaker Kofa is 30 or 28 between them.
So
I rest my case.
Yes, so
tomorrow.
So talking about the simple majority, though I don't want to dwell on that, but the simple majority in a better context, where we have this at this point in time, there's constitutional crisis as it relates to the whole proceeding, in terms of how they are going about which one is legit and which is not legit. This is why they are talking about that simple majority, where you have to have a quorum right? To have a quorum if they come to session, or simple majority 37, the constitution say yes. But at this point in time, there's some impasse that is unfolding. It has to do with the removal of the speaker, where there's another constitution 49 that says you should have the 49 to remove the speaker. So there's two things being played here. But what I want to say, if the country should move forward, there should be development in the country. That means that those who make the law, the legislature, should do the rightful thing. We cannot have the lawmakers being the lawbreakers continuously. And Liberia will not move forward. And this is the same thing where we have, if everyone is not abiding by the law, those who made the constitution cannot abide, the laws cannot abide by the law. What about the layman that will be crossing the road and leave the crosswalk and go all the way to where he should not cross? So these are some of the issues for which Liberia is like this. So we call on the lawmakers to do the right thing. We cannot be doing business as usual. This is why the president say there won't be business as usual. And the issue with the United States embassy calling on the leaders, past and present leader, to observe or uphold the rule of law is because they believe in the rule of law. And I think the lawmakers themselves, the majority bloc themselves, know very well that the United States embassy or the American people here, they have a weight. That is why they themselves wrote that they shouldn't do business with the minority bloc, the COFA bloc, because why? They recognize the weight that the U.S. government has when it comes to developmental issue, when it comes to key decisions as Liberia on political spectrum may concern. So it is important that when they also speak, people will also listen to know that, yes, indeed, the rule of law should be followed. And we hope to see that, because all of what is happening now is the layman that is suffering. The ordinary people that cannot have their own daily bread, they are waiting on the lawmakers to ensure that their well-being can be assured. There are concession companies that are working illegally, and they are waiting for the lawmakers to take decisions that will benefit those people who are living in concession areas, people who cannot have quality education, proper health care. All of these things, it depends on how the lawmaker will conduct the affairs of the country. So with all of the noise, we hope that this issue come tomorrow, what will come out of the Supreme Court, both sides can see how best they can amicably resolve this situation to have Liberia, move on with developmental issues.
All right, James. So please conclude.
And then James.
I'm done. I think it was so good. I want to appreciate all of you. I was on campus throughout, and the both of you did extremely well, including the guys on the field. So we asked everyone to join Spoon Talk tonight, where majority of the things will be discussed, where political analysts will give their perspective, party supporters will come in, majority or minority supporters will also come in. We respect whatever you think is your view. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. But again, respect.
I know exactly where you go.
You don't mind too much comment when you're on air.
It happened to me
No, I'm not looking at people there, but comment section on. So we hope again tonight is going to be another beautiful night. So don't forget to join Spoon Talk. You can go ahead, bye.
All right, James Flomo, bye-bye. Thank you for being there. We're taking you off. Bye, James. Good day, Flomo. Denise, thank you for being here. Yes. Hopefully, we know that we are going to join a Supreme Court tomorrow. And so many thanks to the Liberians for listening and watching. We are in this live now. Keep listening to Spoon.
Thank you too as well.
Yeah, you're welcome. Tomorrow morning, you guys are going to be here. It's going to get juicier by the day. But it's not like, journalists just enjoy.
We like bad news.
Trouble.
Well, our bad news, we can work.
Yeah, we get our headlines to be juicy, but at the same time, we are also concerned about our country. Like you said, there are people sign agreements, there are concessions, and the country should move forward. We can't be holding it stand still just because of a group of few human beings in the country because they were
of their own
elected by people. The poor man, the old man is selling her fish and pepper in the market. She went and stood online from 5 in the morning to 5 in the evening to vote for you. In the end, you say you don't care about how she feels. But God there,
and
it's going to be okay.
All of the things they're doing is just for their own self-interest. I'll tell you for one part. Just to say that currently, the majority black is opting to remove the speaker. Why are they sleeping? They are sleeping in a cruising
$250 US.
They go to enjoy the beach, of
$250 USD a night. Somebody hope to make $250 US dollars.
They relax themselves, and relax themselves and come. So what about the ordinary people?
Where's the money coming from?
About. You see all of that.
Anyway, we'll wait for Spoon Talk tonight. We're not going to have enough.
No.
So we say so many thanks to all of you. Don't forget to tune in to Spoon Talk tonight. It is going to get juicy. We expect the CEO to come on with a song. We don't know, maybe some crew or gribble track will come on tonight for you before the show starts. But just keep following us. Of course, we are here to entertain, educate, and inform you. We are going off the live, and keep following us and keep listening to the radio station. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mom Denise.
Yes, thank you too.